Hashtag.
It's all about the hashtag. Welcome, agents, to strain number 20-IGN of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is May 21st, 2020, and I'm your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have Jimmy the Rabbit. I should say your full name.
Yes.
It's only respectful.
Come
Jimmy
on.
the Rabbit. And we have Ember.
Hola.
How are you? How are you, sir?
Kind of pulling out the rest of my hair from these audio issues, but hey, we're good.
Yes. I hate to tell you, I'm hearing more audio issues. Not any repeats from my end. I don't hear anything from my end. Actually, it's you. It's just you.
It's just me.
Yes, you sound very robotic right now. Not robotic, but like, I don't know. Do you hear it, Jimmy?
I just thought that's what he sounded like.
That's what I am. Beep, beep, boop.
Yeah, it does sound
You sound like you're in a tunnel.
like oddly filtered.
I don't know what you're doing. Change nothing. Once you have it fixed, change nothing.
I didn't really change much.
Oh no.
It's all that fiddling.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound too bad though. We could have you sound ethereal. It's a fun way to put it.
Check. Okay. Yeah. We'll go with it.
We'll go with it. So right now, we have I'm Ocho, we have Jimmy the Rabbit, and then we have the ethereal Ember coming to us from secondary dimension.
The Shadow Realm.
That's right. So we're a little late coming tonight. We were apparently having issues all over the place. I was having to solve power issues on or internet outage issues on my end, and then a whole bunch of audio issues on the other end. But we are here. We are here. And if you're joining us tonight, we love you. You're awesome.
Maybe.
I hope so. Well, you're awesome just for joining us. Whether you're actually awesome, I don't know. That's
yeah, you're probably all right.
You're probably
You're cool people.
We'll need to see the details on that one.
We're used to late starts from Jimmy's stream.
Should be also late starts from our stream. Almost every single time we're like 9 o'clock, and then it's like no 9:45 or 9:30 or.
At least we're consistent.
At least we're consistently late.
Exactly.
So we are here to bring you the news from the secret world, all the news that we can find, which wasn't that much. It wasn't too secret world heavy over the past couple of weeks. But I personally think it's because we might see more incoming. And I'm saying that just
Soon.
I'll tell you why. Yes. So since our last show, they've posted that the big piece of news that we have, I guess, is that they say that they are super excited to join the Guerrilla Collective. The Guerrilla Collective is what's the easy way to say this? It's a collective of amazing game studios and publishers that have come together to create a digital multi-day press conference from June 6th to June 8th. Teams will share new games, debut trailers, while celebrating the gaming culture. You can check out more at GuerrillaCollective.com. It's gorilla, not the animal, but
Guerrilla
the
tactics.
hiding, the tactics, the gorilla, GuerrillaCollective.com, where they say fresh game reveals and announcements from some of the coolest studios and publishers on Earth. And Funcom said that they will be joining up with this. And how they announced it was they announced it kind of the day before. They announced it on May 11th on their own Twitter handle, saying, "Start transmission. We are part of the Guerrilla Collective. Target connection date 11 of May. Calling other members. End transmission." and then just a yellow field. So, I mean, I don't want to go too far out on a limb. I mean, I am going out on a limb because why not? It's what we do. But if this whole thing is basically kind of like game announcements and a digital game sort of online festival with fresh announcements, trailers, gameplays, whatever, and Funcom said, hey, we're a part of this, and they announced it in kind of a very Secret World-esque way. I don't know. I think, not saying that they're going to have a Secret World announcement, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. Like, the style is...
Like, I still wouldn't even put it as a good bet. Like, I wouldn't still even bet on it, but it's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility. So I don't know when, I guess, we'll learn further closer to the date of when maybe Funcom's going to have their time, is going to have their showcase.
Right.
Coming closer to June 6th to the 8th, you know, what day is going to be their presentation or their, you know, what have you. And I guess we'll find out then. June 6th to the 8th is what? That is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's a weird time to have it.
Well, it's like a convention. So it's going to be over the weekend.
Right, but usually we expect Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Not Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're going all day Monday too. Like I guess.
Maybe that's the only days they can rent.
Yeah. They're like, whoever's taking the Monday days, you know, congratulations.
It's cheaper.
Hey, like when me and my wife got married, we got married on a Friday night. It was cheaper. We got like the nice place. We got the baller food. We had a great time, but we had it on a Friday evening, and it was like half the price. So it goes. So maybe they're like, we're gonna offer a Monday for anyone wanting to put stuff in there. That's gonna be the cheap date. If you want the good stuff, you're gonna want the Saturday night, Sunday night time slots. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But yes, so the Guerrilla Collective, I don't know if this was ever a thing in the past. I'm not sure.
Not that I ever know about.
I've never heard of it before, so it's a new thing. So it's got who else is going to be there that we know? Funcom, Humble Bundle, Paradox. Those are the ones that are
Those are the only ones
I recognize. No, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22 different 22 different companies, but those are the ones that I rarely recognize. Funcom is might be the biggest name here.
Wow.
Aside from Humble and Paradox. I don't know. So it'll be fun. So yeah, June 6th to June 8th. I'm expecting something. Whether it's going to be what we hope it is, that's an entirely different story. But it's going to be something anyway.
Right.
I keep running back into Agartha. Entirely different story, but so not bad. What do you guys think? Do you think it's if not Secret World, what sort of announcement do you think that we should be expecting?
More
I mean,
cosmetics.
we could see like a more full on like Dune announcement.
It's true, because they have been as far as you know, the takeover of Tencent is, like I said, relatively a done deal. And with it being so much of a done deal, I think last I saw they had 95% or 96% of all shares acquired, and the other 4 they were just going to pull shenanigans in order to get them. It's the only way I could say it. They were like, we're gonna buy that. We use like buyout tactics and stuff like that. And I don't know.
We're gonna kneecap some people.
It's a side of economics that I don't know that well.
It would be a shame if something would have happened.
Right. Like I'm picturing when you hear like the stories about like, you know, a big giant developer comes in and wants to develop like a big mall or a casino, and just one guy's house, and he doesn't want to move his house, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna move my house. So just build it around him.
You see that all the time, like in Japan and China. Where you got the freeway, and there's this house right in the middle of the freeway that goes around it.
Right, there's just one house. They're like, all right, fine.
Good luck trying to get in and out of your house.
Yeah. Be like, we'll just buy literally all the property up to the inch around it.
I'm freeway adjacent.
Yeah.
My exit's right here. It's my exit.
It's literally my exit. I have to pass it going 70 miles an hour, but it's
just tuck and roll off the bus.
That's right. Every time I come home, I have to basically cause a 4-car pileup. But aside from that,
where your kid kicks the ball over to the freeway.
Right. It's on the freeway again. Be like, every ball goes over there. Could you guys not play sports in the yard? So that's what I'm picturing. Is there like 10 cents is going to build a small wall around every share that they can't get a hold of. But who knows? I'm not sure exactly how it works. So for
breaking news. There's a server restart tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
No.
Literally just announced this minute.
Beep,
like,
beep,
literally
beep, beep.
Breaking news.
Coincidentally, my game crashed, so my desktop came up and I saw a notification.
Your game crashed. That's
my game crashed. And then because it crashed, I saw the desktop with a note. I can only assume Andy killed my game, so I would pay attention to the notification.
He's like, push it out there, make it happen. It's all about conspiracy, right?
It's all true.
All true.
It's all true.
Everything is true. Everything is permitted. Wait, no, that's not it. Nothing is
really.
No.
Everything is permitted.
Everything is permitted.
What are we saying here?
Everything is true. Nothing is permitted? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Isn't that the Assassin's Creed?
How does this go again?
Is that what it is? I keep forgetting it.
What timeline are we in?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. I thought that was. I don't know. I know nothing.
Now you're just Jon Snow. Now you're just crossing over.
Blending genres. Nothing.
Like, what are you doing?
Ocho. So yes, the Guerrilla Collective, June 6th to the 8th. I'm on their website right now, and it doesn't look like you have to. There might not be a charge or anything, as far as I know. The sign up just said, "Hey, so give us your email address." So I did.
Now you're on the list.
I am.
Sucker.
That's how they get you.
They're just gonna send me stuff to it. Right. I'll be like, I received some of those Nigerian princes now.
Hey, those are good.
That will go up exponentially.
I've been helping those guys out for quite some time.
Oh, have you? That's nice. Hey, someone's got to help them out.
Yeah, move all that money.
I mean, all they ask you is just, hey, can we just use your bank account for a while? You know?
Yeah. I mean, gotta be helpful.
What are you doing?
That's all they need. They're just a prince out of their seat. They just need help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened to you? Yeah. What happened to anybody?
That's right. Happened to any prince.
I mean, yeah. If it was gonna happen to anyone, it would be a prince. I think you have to be a prince to have that problem.
You would have to. And so you need to be connecting to some person at random from the US.
Oh, see, that's the part that doesn't make any damn sense.
No, it all works out.
Oh, that's the part, right? why they're contacting Phil from Idaho.
Yeah, that part's dumb. Like, but the rest of it's like, could be legit. It's the Phil from Idaho part that doesn't make any sense.
But I've read stories like if they actually like really like hook someone, hook, line, and sinker, that they will actually try like pulling off like whole shenanigans about it, like flying them out to like Nigeria and putting them in a limo and whole service and whatnot to try to play up this whole like, oh no, he's really a prince. He really needs your help. Needs you to sign all these documents, I've seen that, right? The more you go into it, the further and further that they'll actually try convincing you. Sort of like what do they call, like timeshares.
Right. Oh, what was there's a great name for that. It's on The Office. Ryan has a timeshare, but he calls it something different. Like some fancy name that clearly a timeshare huckster like told him.
Oh no.
Like, you know what I mean? So it sounds like more pretentious. Because no one wants to be known as a timeshare. Everyone knows timeshares are scams, right?
So it's a I can't even think of it.
Multi God, what was it? I can't even. I'm gonna have to like Google this damn thing.
It'll kill you.
It's getting hard to find too, I think, because it's like this tiny blip in like an episode. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't have anything to do with anything.
So it'd even be hard to Google, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember one time my wife wanted to go to a timeshare. She was like, "No, like it seems like, this seems okay." And I was like, "All right, we'll go. I've never actually sat through a timeshare presentation. I kind of want to experience this." I was like, keep in mind the answer will probably be no, because they're going to try using psychological tricks out the wazoo. So I was like, just be aware of all the tactics that they use. And it was to like some like high rise in northern Atlantic City. And so I was like, all right, yeah, what was that?
Fractional ownership property.
Fractional ownership property?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Kelly remembers their weekend at the timeshare, and Ryan immediately goes, "You mean the fractional ownership property?" Okay, continue.
So we went.
Like, that's clearly like a line.
Oh, it's totally 100%.
And it makes you feel more important about your.
So we get there, and it's like, right, they were like offering coffee and tea for whoever wanted one, and then they had a presentation all about these hotel rooms that were at the that were in this facility, and we got to like walk through a really nice one, and it was like, you get to own this for whatever in the northern part of Atlantic City, and and you could also share it among these other timeshares and Cape May and other places in the Jersey Shore and blah 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 blah. We've got a whole group of timeshares you could use, and you use it towards vacation points and blah 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 blah. And like the cost was very ridiculous. And then there was like one group off to the side, and they're like, "I'd like to make an announcement. Mr. and Mrs. whoever have now become the owners of a new timeshare. Woo!" And everybody like clapped and applauded them, and they rang a bell, and
very culty.
And the entire time I'm like, no. No. And
you mean you didn't want them to ring the bell for you?
I didn't.
That's half the fun right there.
That's right. I mean, that's the entirety of it. So I was like, no, this is too. I'm like, no, this is too. Like, even if it might semi be legit, I'm like, no, this is. I'm not signing nothing tonight. Like, no. And so the one guy who was like working with us was like, all right, hold on, I'm gonna go get my supervisor, see if we can sweeten this deal a little bit.
Let me go talk to the sales manager.
Right. So they brought in the next guy, and he's like, oh no, we could bring it down to like this price. I 100% forget what those prices were, and I was still like, nah, can't do it. And they're like, hold on, and they like brought in like a third guy, and he was like, all right, I control these other two guys. Did they mention the free continental breakfast? I don't even know. Did they mention all of this? Like, no. And he's like, so what if we brought it down to, he's like, I could actually go down even a little further to this price. Like, what do you say to this price? And I was like, no. And they're like, all right, we tried. And so like, all right, we tried. So now you're going to have to see this guy on the way out so that he can give you the whatever thing we promised. It was like airline tickets or something. And it's like the one thing that we promised you for even showing up in the first place. So you're going to have to see this other guy. And they sent us to this final guy as kind of like, oh, this final guy is going to be just like the cleanup guy. He's going to help you out and whatnot. And I took one look at him, and he was like this much older gentleman. And he had like perfectly manicured nails, and he had a Rolex, and he had whatever, and they were making him out to be like, just go see Fred or something like that. Like, Fred will help you out. Like, he'll do it. And it was like, they're sending us to actually like, he's the top guy.
Right.
They're making him out like he's the guy on the bottom, but he's the guy on the absolute top. And even he was like, well, sometimes, these are kind of shady. He's like, but listen, I can actually make you this deal. And he even handed us like a fourth, like a final deal, and I was like, no, we're good.
Just give me my free crap and I'm out of here.
Right. And then even the free crap still had like a whole list of giant regulations, and it was like you could only use on this one specific day or this one specific weekend or something. Like it, even that had some ridiculous stipulations to it. And we got out, and where my wife was just kind of like, she was like, because she was kind of drawn into it. She was kind of drawn in, and so I started having to explain like all the different psychological tactics that they were using, including how the guy at the end, I was like, did you notice like how perfectly manicured his nails were? Did you notice how like perfectly, like, did you notice his watch? Like, did you notice his like, that was basically gleaming with gemstones on it? Like, did you notice all this? And afterwards she was like, they started thinking back, she's like, oh my god, like they did. It's like, yes. I was like, all of that was a trick. I was like, we were lucky to get out with our lives, I think.
Our lives.
So it's like, I'm sure there's a lot of timeshares that are legit. Like, my in-laws have a Disney timeshare that they have with some of the some of the hotels in Disney, and they have that going on, and that's more legit. And there are legit timeshares out there, but for some reason, the one that we just ended up in was like it was just red flag after red flag after red flag.
Right.
For some reason, that's my timeshare story.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got there.
I'm not sure how we got there either. It's a fun story, though.
I will say I had something similar. It wasn't even timeshare, like roofing people that came to our house and then didn't leave until like 9:30 at night.
No.
Yeah. And it was like, I was genuinely interested in having the roof redone, but like they just didn't want to let go. I was like, I'm not making a decision right now.
Yeah.
And then my wife was really, really all about it. But then, the kids are trying to like, they're like falling asleep on me at the living room table, the dining room table. I mean, like, it's just like, dude, get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
You're like, we
It's one
said
thing when
not
you
right
go
now.
to a
We'll think
timeshare.
about it. Yeah.
It's one thing when you go to a timeshare, like you put yourself in that position, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing when people are like in your house and like, dude, you can see my kids falling asleep in my lap. Get the fuck out of the house.
Right.
The
You
worst
gotta
ones.
close. You gotta close.
I have my own where the some guy knocks on the door, open it up. Oh, I noticed we did a job doing some windows in the neighborhood, and it looks like your windows are older style. Do you want to know some pricing? It's like, no. I know what it is. It's going to be about almost like 8 to 12 grand. I don't need that right now. Well, how about we can put it under insurance? You can pay like a couple $100. Like, no way, dude.
I'm like, no, that's insurance fraud. Go away.
Yeah.
Like,
we could break your windows first.
Windows? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, we could have somebody fake an assault on your house, and then it would be covered by insurance.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. I don't think that's legal.
That reminds me of It's Always Sunny with the frame bang. Frame bang is exactly as bad as it sounds, by the way.
Oh no. I would say you're gonna have to enlighten us, or maybe not. I don't know. How bad is it?
Well, because he's like, oh, so like, what is it? He's the guy splitting with his wife or something. He's like, so something about how they bought him a hooker to pay the lawyer somehow. He's going through a divorce. He's like, just to give you a one for free. I'll throw you a frame bang. And the plan is to bang the wife so she can't get mad at the husband for cheating since she cheated too. It's a frame bang.
A frame bang.
It literally amounted to like him sneaking into their house and sleeping with her in the middle of the night. And it seemingly seemed like maybe without her consent. It was a little up in the air there.
That's pretty. It's on par for It's Sunny,
Yeah. Well, it's because of the implication, you see.
Mm-hmm. It's on purpose.
Frame bang.
Anyway.
This is what happens when we don't have much news.
Yeah, we don't have a whole bunch of news. Other than that, they just had this past weekend, they had a Conan Exiles free weekend on Steam. Which that ended where did that end? That just ended the 17th, I guess. Maybe the 18th. But it was a free weekend on Steam for Conan Exiles. But Conan Exiles itself is still currently 50% off on Steam, and almost all of the DLC, except for the very latest one, the Architects of Argos pack, which they just released. Everything is 25 to 30% off on all the DLC as well.
Oops.
Which I was looking at the bundle info, and it brings it down to 50%, brings it down to $19.99 on Steam for the standard edition, and then they have a lot of DLC going on.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a whole bunch of it though, but
there's a lot of cosmetic DLC.
A lot of it is cosmetic though, yeah.
Yeah. Like it's cosmetic and building pieces. Right? So like the latest DLC had lots of cool building pieces, but you don't have that DLC.
Right, very Grecian look to it in the latest
one.
Yeah,
if you don't have that DLC, you don't have those pieces, right? So
and then I think I saw something like the Riders of Hyboria pack. They had mounts. They added mounts to Conan Exile.
You don't need the DLC for horses.
Right, but you don't need the DLC for it. The Riders of Hyboria pack is essentially horse armor.
It's cosmetics.
It's cosmetic, yeah.
Because I saw on Nat's Twitter, someone commented like all pissy, and they were like they were done with Exiles because there's a horse DLC. They're like, yeah, but it's not like you get the horses. The DLC is just cosmetics. And they're like, yep. Okay, I'm not sure what you wanted here.
Yeah. I think she commented back with like, "Did you want it to just be free? Did you want everything to be free?"
Yeah, it was really weird. It was very strange.
Yeah. Which is kind of I think the whole thing is actually like that whole. It reminded me so much of it. It kind of felt like an almost homage. Do you know? This is the world of gaming trivia. Do you know what the first paid DLC actually was?
No.
Okay, this first paid DLC that wasn't part of an expansion pack. Those are completely different. But the first DLC that was kind of like small content that you still had to pay for was in the game The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And it was horse armor.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, I do know it. I didn't know it was the first one.
It's one of the first, the first basically paid DLCs out there was horse armor.
I was playing that game when that happened.
Yeah, and people were pissed. Like,
I didn't really care. I was like,
I didn't care either, because all it was just literally armor for your horse. But it was the whole fact that it was like you had to pay for it, for armor for your horse.
Yeah, but was it actual armor or just visually armor?
I think it was actually armor. But it was a single player game anyway, so it really didn't matter a whole bunch whether it was,
right.
you know. But it was also visual. I mean, it was mostly visual.
Yeah, I think it was mostly visual.
Yeah, because then I got one of the expansion packs, and the expansion packs came with the DLC already included for the horse armor. So I did end up having the horse armor, but it was when it was released, it was the first time when they were like, you could also pay us money and we'll give you horse armor, and they were like, what? What is this nonsense? And now it's everywhere.
Hey,
now cosmetic DLC. Cosmetic DLC is like the name of the game in most places. So I feel like Conan Exiles is kind of that same way. Like the base game gets you pretty much everything. Don't quote me on that because I don't know exactly what all the DLC has. But
I'm pretty sure all the biomes and stuff are.
That's part of the base game too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure all the areas are open. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's not like you can't go into the winter area or something because you don't have a DLC.
Right. Like I'm pretty sure that that's all part of it. Like let me look at the treasures of Turan, building pieces, armor pieces, 9 new weapons. And I think even when they say 9 new weapons, it's either weapon types or just because they're still weapons, obviously. War paints, placeables, pack animal pet skins. Yeah, that's cosmetic. It's all cosmetic. So it fairly unnecessary to just playing the game itself. But if you want your stuff to look cool, you got options.
That's important.
I think that's what it was. Is right. Very early on, they didn't actually realize how important actually having your own character in a game look the way you want it to. How much people would pay to change that.
Oh yeah.
Well, cosmetics is a big thing in any game nowadays.
Yeah.
Look at Apex. Any other games coming out that have these cosmetic items that people clamor for because they're limited edition or limited time things. Oh, I got to play the game for this week to get my chance to get this.
Which I'm a big fan of playing, not just MMOs, but I like playing classic games. Like I like going back and playing games from like the 90s, the 80s, and that was a time before even like the early 2000s. But that was a time like all before cosmetics became, as I said, Oblivion was basically the start. When cosmetics basically became a paid thing. And so in those games, you still had a whole bunch of cosmetics, but you just had to either do like an in-game achievement, or beat the game on this level, or do this, or do something special, or you just got it as part of the thing, and you can make your character look however you want. It's like all that used to be included in the early times.
In the before times.
In the before times. So, but that's just gaming in general. That's just how it's evolved over the years.
That reminded me, did you see the Steam thing that started today?
The Steam thing that started today?
Yeah.
No.
It's, what is it called?
Spring cleaning event?
Yeah. So like if you go on that, it's kind of funny. You go on that, it's got this little computer dude, right?
Dust off your library. Yeah, Jesus. I need to do that.
So yeah, but it you click on it and it like from your library picks games to have you play. And you can earn points by like playing shit that's in your library.
Nice.
Which is kind of interesting because normally these kind of events are like
buy new games.
Buying games.
Right. And this one's like
one, I click it and it's like it wants me to play either Rise of the Tomb Raider, Batman, Arkham Knight, or Dishonored 2. All of which are apparently in my library.
I'm kind of scared to see what it wants me to play. Let's see here.
But there's different rooms. So like once you do the first one and progress, right, it'll recommend different stuff. Like, okay, Time Machine. When I click the Time Machine room, it's recommended me to play either Fallout New Vegas, Portal 2, or watch the final hours of Portal 2, the documentary. Which actually is really effing cool if no one's seen that. That actually is really cool.
See what it wants me to play. I've used my machine learning to suggest what we should play next in your library. Players like you love these games. Tomb Raider, Fallout 4, or Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's what it suggests.
I like my remote play together room. It says Serious Sam 3, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, or Genital Jousting.
You got that one from a summer sale, didn't you?
I think so, but I saw that and like it's just funny as shit. I had to get it for my wife because I knew it would crack her up.
I got
Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. They're like, just play Half-Life 2 for crying out loud.
Oblivion's in one of my categories. Low scores for Oblivion.
Oh, here you go. Trusted Human. Play a game. Trusted Human Friend room. Play a game recommended by a trusted human friend. I hear that's what friends are for. Interesting. I've got The Walking Dead. I've got The Park. And I've got Secret World Legends.
I have The Stanley Parable, Portal Stories Mel, and Skyrim. It's interesting. For a trusted human friend. I mean,
new edition, Black Desert Online Remastered. I didn't buy that. What? I don't have Black Desert Online.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. It might be free. Actually, no, I'm not even pretty sure. Oh, no. Do you want to install it? No, I don't want to install it. I want to see if I actually own it.
I think if it's free, it might just show up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't own Black Desert. Like, I play a lot of MMOs, but I'm pretty sure that's one I do not have. I mean, it's in my library, but that doesn't mean nothing. This is peak content.
Yes, it is.
Indeed.
Oh no, it says it's $9.99. I own it. How did that happen?
I don't know where it came from.
I have no idea.
How the hell did this happen?
I must have been a day of weakness or something.
You're drunk one day or one night, and you're like, Black Desert.
Black
Bye.
Desert.
Black Desert.
Black Desert looks so good. I'm looking at it like, no, I'm pretty sure everything I know about Black Desert, it's not a game for me, and yet I own it. Who knew?
Weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
A little bit. I'm just saying, it's a little bit weird.
I've got a lot of games. Not something I'm necessarily proud of.
I think anybody who has a Steam account has a lot of games that they're not proud of.
Yeah. No, I took extreme measures.
I'm immensely proud of genital jousting.
Genital jousting, though. Right, you gotta
look that up.
It is. It should be exactly what you think it is.
You're gonna be put onto a list, but it's worth it.
As soon as you put in genital.
I like how it's saying, that it wants me to play Secret World Legends. I like that.
Yeah,
I should.
It's like you haven't played this in a while.
I should, but I don't play through Steam. That's the catch.
Oh, that actually is kind of funny.
Right? That's was it the other week? You were trying to get me to buy the whatever pack.
Oh, the year. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if it worked.
And I was like, no, I'm not paying $100 for the patron bundle.
Well, why not?
Although I should have I did recently buy the now I'm thinking about it. I did end up buying the South Africa bundle because that was at a good price last time.
Nice.
I'll check on that after the show. I'll be like, I should get something for that, right?
You go menu and go to delivered items.
Yeah, delivered items. It should be in there.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Morning Light collection. There it is. What?
So you have to grab it, and then it's like a package in your inventory.
Yeah, it's like a little bag.
Things. Yeah, but you double click it, a bunch of stuff pops out.
Two things popped out.
Other things pop into your dressing room.
Yeah, no, it says everything just automatically went in there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But that was that was on sale not too long ago. Give me the pet and give me Oleg. My boy. Part of my team now.
It's pretty sweet.
Shiny. He's all shiny too. What does he give you? 2.5% damage and healing and level 50, 650 attack rating. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, the attack rating is nuts.
That's brilliant. It's good stuff right there. So yeah. Anyway. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun on Steam. Steam's always doing stuff like that. But yeah, they're like play your own dang stuff. Which
I haven't seen them do that before.
Which I'm a proponent of in the first place. Yes, play what you own.
Yeah.
I did that a little on the hardcore side because there was one time I realized that my Steam library was getting big, but then it wasn't just Steam. It was also Steam, GOG, and a couple other things. And I was like, wait, I just bought that game, but I already own that game on another platform. I was like, I can't do that anymore. So I created a spreadsheet. That's how I roll with where I just took every game from all the different platforms and put them all on there just so I didn't forget that, to know that I always had them, or to know, to be like, I wouldn't rebuy games that I already own. But then it also simultaneously allowed me to see exactly how many games I own. And that even alone was a sobering number. But A lot of them end up being free. Like Epic Game Store has a free game every week, and if you are part of if you have a Amazon Prime account and you attach it to Twitch, you get like 5 or 6 free games every month. And other times when great sales came along, you got something for $1 or a Humble Bundle, always giving you like a giant amount of games for a cheap price, especially in the beginning of Humble Bundle.
Right.
So over time, I was like, "Oh my god, how big is my library?" Yeah, it's. I think I'm 9 games off of 1,000.
Those are rookie numbers. Yeah, pump them up.
Yeah, 991 owned games, of which I've only beat 85 of them.
I know. I'm going to say predicament because I do the Humble Bundle. I'm still paying $12 a month for each month I get. I just checked. I got 3 months worth of stuff I haven't selected yet. You get 10 games each month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I gotta.
What were you saying?
Introduce you to permadeath character number 3.
Yes. JTR-003. This is Jimmy the Rabbit's. You explain this, Jimmy. Explain what's going on here with these characters for anyone who doesn't know.
I'm trying to beat the game without dying. I've deleted 2 characters so far. I just delete the character and make a new character in the slot and increment the number. So, hopefully I'll beat it before I run out of digits. No, that's why it's 003. So
003, right?
Yeah, your future proof.
I have like your 999 tries. So yeah, I killed the second character today. Like
right. All right, so you're on character number 3. Well, what happened to character number 1?
Number 1 died in the final safe house of One Kill Ahead in Tokyo. In a horrific accident involving poison gas, mines, and turret triggered by a security camera. All at the same time.
When you started this whole project, I said, you're not going to be killed by a mob. You're not going to be killed by like some random mob or anything like that. You're going to be killed by some, BS mechanism. You're going to be killed by...
Yeah, well, the second one was
mines and
Gaki is bullshit. I'm honestly dead surprised I haven't died to a laser yet. I've made it through the Venice part where you have to go through that wall of lasers twice now, and both times my heart rate is significantly higher after I'm out of there. Like, it's because, I mean, I'm sure you've died doing that, right? Like, everyone's died trying to run through there, especially if you're trying to do the timed achievement for the Venice part. I mean, if you've never tried to do the timed part, like, maybe it's not as bad, but I mean, I've seen lots of people fail there a bunch. Like, you hit a laser, you blow up, you try again. You just hit the little globe, open the picture, jump in, try and go through lasers again, and just keep doing it until you somehow magically get through there.
I was like, because that first hallway is just nothing but lasers.
Yeah, it's all lasers. But the part of the problem is there's top lasers and bottom lasers. So, like, if you attempt to get a running start, it's possible to jump and bump your head on a laser.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to be like you need enough of a distance that you just don't accidentally walk into the laser you're trying to jump. But you can't be too far back or you'll literally jump and bump your head on the laser above you. Because they have them set like in a try, like this and like one up here in the middle. Right?
Interesting.
So when you're freaking out about dying and your hands are doing this, you have to actually look, like, pivot your camera and kind of look and it's just like, holy shit, like this is not good.
I'm pulling up right next to you because I just had the thought of if that is a thing with like maybe the hitbox on the top end where you're clipping things like that. Did you think
You're right, I could make them shorter.
I would say, did you think about making your characters basically as short as possible,
I
so
did
that
not.
they
If I
might
kill
avoid
this
that?
one, I'll try to remember that. I just went with the default like medium height,
Okay, because I was
which is
like,
better than Jimmy, who's tall as shit.
yeah, your Jimmy's max height.
Yeah.
I see that I'm maybe like a hair. I look like a hair above your height. So, and I think I usually put my characters to be actually like a hair below medium height because I'm a hair below medium height. So,
Well, that also could be a Gartha, like where we're standing too.
it could be. It could be. Yeah.
It seems. Oh man, we seem pretty.
Maybe we seem like on.
We seem pretty on.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to stand inside of you. Now that
I
forgot we could do that.
We're melded with the collective.
He's inside you now.
Join the collective.
Join the weird. It's okay. It's creeped me out a little bit. I gotta.
Join us.
Oh, now you want distance.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, good old hit it and quit it, Ocho.
Get in and get out.
So yeah, I don't know. The lasers, man. Lasers and apparently Gaki.
Yeah, height will not stop the Gaki, but maybe height can help with lasers.
Yeah, like
maybe
potentially those ones.
Yeah.
And even security cameras, they're less likely to twig if you're shorter.
Yeah.
Certain ones, anyways. So that's a potential. I might do that next time.
I mean, if you don't beat the game with 3, who knows? You can.
Yeah. I literally started this character when we started the stream. Like, that's what I was doing. So, and I'm going hammer, sword. I'll probably flip to like hammer, chaos, maybe even also hammer like AR.
Okay.
The first one I did was AR main. The second one was hammer. Hammer is so bursty. I feel like I was able to, even though it's melee, like I was able to just burst the shit out of things, and I didn't have to worry about grenade cooking. Like,
right. Yeah.
Rifle, I had to, which isn't like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just time delay. Whereas the hammer, I could literally just walk in and smash.
Just bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
Yeah, you have like eruption. You knock them in the air. Now they can't do anything for like 3 seconds, and you unload with your demolish, seethe, demolish again. Like I can like eruption in 3 demolishes or something before the thing can even blink.
So what kind of build are you going for?
So pretty basic, honestly. I think towards the end I was hammer with literally a green pistol just for clean slate for a heal.
I would imagine some sort of healing and survivability.
It's mostly with the hammer. Honestly, it was so bursty. I literally would just kill shit before they could touch me.
Okay.
Didn't even matter. Although I do leave my enemy allocation at 90-10. Like when it unlocks, I don't mess with it. Like usually I would put it up to 100% DPS.
Right.
But I leave it alone because I like the protection stat.
You like that little bit of little bit of survivability.
And I even like pick up some protection stat buffs from different weapon trees. That's something that I do. Immutable is super good. I think that should be obvious. It prevents you from dying.
Yeah, obvious.
It's actually also really good on Akhenaten. Because Akhenaten
the points where he like auto kills you, it like prevents that.
Well, you know where he goes and you have to run to find a bridge and the bridges disappear.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to run if you have immutable. You just stand there.
Okay.
And as soon as he's about to like explode and like take out one of the bridges, you just hit immutable. And like it prevents you from dying to that, and then it heals you back to full when it expires. So you don't have to worry about accidentally dying to, running towards a bridge that's blinking out of existence or something. It's actually safer. It's actually safer to just bring immutable.
I would say it's much safer. And what's the cooldown on it? Is it like it's
like a 20
not too long?
But I mean, at least with Hammer, he did that one time. Like that's literally like how much I was bursting him. I
slam, 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 slam. Can't kill me. Slam, 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 slam.
Yeah, he literally did it once.
Yeah, Akhenaten's like, what is this? What is this nonsense? What is this BS?
So sometimes the best defense is a good offense. I think in this case, like with Hammer, it's pretty much true.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I'm recording this like not like just locally.
Just pull out any good clips.
Like I'm not recording our audio or anything, just like the game audio. I'm recording the making of the character and anything. On the off chance this is the character that makes it to the end, I want like a full
run. Yeah.
A full recording, you know?
Yeah, otherwise you just grab the death scenes, and so eventually you could just have like a whole 5-minute compilation of how your permadeath characters have died over time.
You're right, I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. Well, because originally, so the first one I was only playing on stream, right? The first one I was only playing on stream. And I was watching like all the cinematics and just kind of like enjoying the playthrough. And then I died. And so I really wanted to get back to where I was. So the second one, I played on stream, but I also was playing off stream and just recording it. Because I can play more than I can stream.
Yes.
Right? And I wanted to get back to where I was as fast as possible. And then I killed myself. Although I'm still pleasantly surprised that I killed myself both times in Tokyo.
That is in and of itself impressive. I mean, I was just gonna, congratulate you for at least getting through the introduction a third time. Well, I don't think you could actually die in the introduction. I'm not sure.
No, you can. There's lasers and mines.
Oh, you can. Right. Because those are the things that'll kill you.
I don't know if it counts as a death. Oh, and electricity. I think people have died in electricity there before.
Right, because isn't the entire thing supposed to be a dream anyway, or it's like a dream state?
Yeah.
I'd still count it though.
Yeah, the only death that has to happen is in Shadowy Forest for the storyline. You have to find the water of life and water of death, and to find the water of death, you have to be dead.
Right.
That is mandated by the story. So for that, I go and buy a True Oblivion and drink it. So I've done twice now.
Because that's how you die. You're like, I'm making the choice here. I'm not dying to any creature.
Yeah, not dying. Like I kind of view it as like, flatliners, right? Like you intentionally kill yourself in a medical secure place to visit the other side and then come back.
And it's also much more fun than just hitting /reset too.
Yeah, it's way cool to see your character drink and then fall over dead. Like it's pretty sweet. So
nice.
That's what I've been up to, grinding the holy shit out of the game.
Just the entire thing. Well, even you said you just started your second character, just a couple of days ago, and you were already in Tokyo.
Yeah, I started them on the 19th because and I died the 19th, by the way.
Okay.
I died and then immediately on stream, like, well, whoop, screw that guy, deleted him, started making a new one.
Nice.
But
so are you just basically just running just storyline, or are you?
Pretty much. I mean, you have to run other missions just to level because the level gating.
Like I figure you wouldn't run the not the investigations, but you wouldn't run the sabotage missions just for fun and giggles. Like you wouldn't necessarily do those, but just but still some of the races
I'm not running Cost of Magic. I think on one of the runs I might have actually done the Trader, but that's just a bad idea. Like, avoid missions with lasers when you're doing a permadeath run.
Yes.
Good idea. Even if they're relatively simple lasers, it'd be really silly to lose a run because you decided to goof around on a non-mandatory mission. I will say both runs though I've done dungeons, which is a little
That's a little risky.
Potentially risky. Although I don't do them
potentially risky, or potentially risky. Yeah,
I don't do them until much later. Like by the time I was doing Polaris, I was, I don't know, level 30 or something.
Depends on the group, but if you're also doing story mode, I don't know exactly.
Soloing story mode.
Oh, soloing story mode, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anyone else doing it.
Yeah. But but also like I get the first bit of moth I get, I usually buy like a blue main weapon, like out the gate. Usually can find something on the auction house fairly cheap. So that helps, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a brand new, like level, what do you start out as? Like level 3 character. I think maybe level 4 when you actually hit the sheriff station. I haven't hit there yet. But then if you immediately equip like a blue hammer, you're gonna pretty well wreck.
Yeah, your survivability is pretty high at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna demolish. Literally, not just the ability is named demolish, but you're gonna demolish anything you come into contact with, because it's not prepared for a blue hammer to hit it in the face.
What? That's so, I mean, even knocking out and like, what's going on here?
That's the key is if you buy correctly, you can kind of overpower yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you really want for a no-death character. You want to eliminate the risk as much as possible. So the risk for me is almost never a fight. It's always situational. It's always like traps or mines or Gaki.
Yeah.
Even like
the one-hit kill stuff.
Yeah, even the prisoner mission. Where you fist fight?
Yes.
So even that one could be, because there's a part where you have to run past some guys into the tunnels.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're supposed to sneak, but I've always done the run method. But they can shoot you while you're running. So it's always a little like, this is gonna be interesting. And then even the punching, like I'm pretty good at the punching part, because it's with a controller, it's actually kind of easier,
right?
Because you wiggle the joystick back and forth really fast and slide your thumb across the 2 buttons, and you're just literally doing this while doing left and right punches. It's that shit kids at the arcade would get pissed at you for beating them. Like, why do you keep mashing buttons? Why do I keep
cheating?
Mashing buttons? I keep mashing buttons because it fucking works.
That's right. Which is much easier to do with a controller. Yes, if anyone didn't know, Jimmy plays strictly with a controller.
Yeah.
So anyone says you can't play Secret World with a controller, they are lying. You absolutely can.
Yeah. Here's Horror Show. This was like on the very first permanent character. I was like, oh shit.
Ember, we should go follow him around.
This is the mission that has.
I took the wrong one.
This is the mission that has lasers and goddamn explosions. Like literally, the second mission you do is the one that could potentially insta-kill you. Right, because you have to go get the security cameras.
Right.
And there's lasers and cameras, and the whole thing can just blow up. The whole thing can just blow up.
So we're coming to find you. So you mentioned before that that for this run, Illuminati is your best bet.
Yes. So the reason is there's a faction mission. I think it's the second faction mission you do, I want to say. It's either the second or the third. I don't remember now. Anyways, for the dragon and Illuminati, they both go to the Orochi place and infiltrate the Orochi. It's weird because it's like the same, but not. like I've played both Dragon and Lumi playthroughs, right? And it's the same building, but different. Like they use the same asset, right?
Okay.
You infiltrate the same
place. Yeah, the first initial missions, have the same.
But if you're Templar, you do the Virgila Divina or something in London.
We've come to stalk you.
I'm by Psych Oil. There you are.
I see you. I'm not gonna kill anything for you because that's not the point of the whole.
You shouldn't have to over here. I'm just gonna go get the this camera.
Right, I can. It doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
You guys are in a completely different instance.
Did you try meeting up on me?
You can meet up on me as well. I'm right next to him.
Or did you just go to King's?
I met up on you.
Yeah, see, what's the met up on you?
Old Kingsmith. It's always fun to come back here.
Right.
I still say, like, there are very few zones, like of all the different MMOs that I've played, there are a couple like really good zones that always stick out, and like one of them is the Shire in Lord of the Rings Online. Just a really well done zone. Oh, I lost him. Where'd he
go? I went in the museum.
Oh, okay, right.
Not the bottom area with the lasers.
Right. So you're in the instance. But the second zone, and because I was watching someone play Lotro, and they were like, "Oh, like this game has such great environmentals. Oh, it's one of the best games that has like the environment is the best." And it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't quite think Lotro is the best because Secret World's environments are pretty top notch.
Yeah. My game crashed, by the way. Hopefully, I'm not dead.
Yes, hopefully.
It'd be number 004.
Oh, speaking. Okay, yeah, right here, really quick. Well, time to start number 4. Right. There's I thought I almost died on the first guy, and the first guy almost died at the top of Fear Nothing. Okay, wow. So on the top of Fear Nothing, you know how the ghosts all combine into one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Spoilers. It's only like 6 years old or something.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
What?
So I was playing. I think because I was playing with assault rifle.
It's a pretty hard fight.
It wasn't that it was hard. It was that somehow because I was so ranged, it messed it up.
Oh no!
So that like it triggered the I'm gonna go all into one before they were all dead. So while it goes into the cinematic of like, hey, I'm gonna stand here while all these ghosts slowly float together and turn into this big one, I'm being attacked, and I can't do anything. And it's not a regular cinematic. It's not skippable. It's a thing that's happening. You can't skip it.
Right. So it's
like
the cinematics going on, and you're just being attacked in the background.
Yeah, it's weird because normally you can just skip a cinematic, right? You can just hit escape and you're done.
Right.
But it's not a normal cinematic. It's literally like it takes your camera, sits your character in place, and has this thing happen in front of you, and you can't skip it. So the whole time I'm being attacked, and I'm freaking out on stream because I'm like, I'm gonna freaking die in this goddamn cinematic. It won't let go of me. And the thing is, that's not supposed to happen until all the ghosts are dead. Right? All the ghosts you're supposed to kill, like, it's like 3 waves of ghosts. You kill them all, and then they all like combine into the mega ghost. Not like most of them are dead and combined into the mega ghost, while 3 of them attack you in the stupid cinematic. Anyways, we gotta walk around some laser walls and try and avoid this camera. and not get dead.
But you survived crashing.
Yeah, I survived crashing, so that's good. I didn't like lag into, you know, a camera or a wall or something. So we got one more camera to get past.
But I also just love how every, like, the when you're walking through Kingsmouth, it's just like one reference to horror after another, after another, after another.
They're really good.
Like, the first street is Elm Street, because of course it is. Then,
hey, I got the achievement, which basically just means you didn't die, honestly.
Then Lovecraft Lane, which that's a little too obvious. Then
I like HP Arts and Crafts. That's like my favorite.
Right? Poe Cove. Okay, it's maybe a little too obvious.
Yeah, too on the nose there. You gotta wrap it up in a pun or something.
Yeah, I like Elm Street. Elm Street it's obvious, but it's not like screamingly obvious. All right, Lovecraft Lane. That's a little too on the nose. All right, still have the Winter Cache.
Yep. Nice. But we also have the Arsenal, so there's that.
Oh, also the Arsenal too. Correct. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of the Arsenal.
People are like, "Oh, it's a Winter Cache." So I'm like, "Yeah, but you also got the dark Gartha one." You know what I mean? So.
But I feel like the Dark Agartha one is like the perpetual cache, whereas the other one is, I mean,
I think they're both supposed to, like, they can change at at different times, but you know what I'm saying?
I guess you could start being like, well, you know, it's fall in the southern hemisphere. It's almost winter. It's almost winter in Australia.
Didn't it do the same thing last year though? Like, did it not change until like the anniversary?
Probably, yeah.
It sounds familiar that would have happened.
I don't recall there being a different one. I'm sure like Arrow would correct me if they were watching or something, or we were talking on Discord, but I can't recall a different one before the anniversary last year.
Let me take a quick look at the dates, at least. Secret World Anniversary started June 18th last year and lasted until July 9th. So, maybe? June is a late date, but June 18th, again, when they announced that they're going to do this this guerrilla collective sort of pseudo convention, this online convention. That is going to be June 6th to the 8th, so that will be right before the anniversary event.
That's cool.
Again, in my head, I've got there could be something, you know, the announcement that they've got to make, or an announcement they've got to make is definitely Secret World. Is that actually the case? Would I bet on that? No. But in the back of my head, it's...
But would you not bet on it? See, that's...
Would I not bet on it? Would I necessarily bet against that? It's...
That's the question. So I'm back out. I don't know if you guys are still in the same instance or not. Because when I poured out, it doesn't necessarily put me... Oh, wait, no, I think there's Ember. Ember, you just went away from me. I'm doing the defense. Turn around, Ember.
Oh, there you are.
Swinging the hammer.
Don't die.
No, I'm not going to die here. That would just be embarrassing. Dying on the barricade defense.
Jimmy's reputation just down.
Time to hang up those spurs, man.
You retire.
That's it. Done.
You're like that even, you know, it's not even 3 at that point. You need to get rid of like 4, 5, 6. That'd be like worth 3 deaths at least.
Do that like can't even tell you, like, I would rather die in the tutorial to a laser or even a horror show than to the stupid barricade defense. That's just no.
Embarrassing, right? Hey, Jimmy stops being a Secret World player. They're not even attacking you.
Well, yeah, they go for the barricades.
Right. I don't know if it's even possible to die.
It's actually, this was actually cool with my passive character. There's a shotgun ability, I think it is, that causes you to take aggro without dealing damage.
Okay.
What's it called? Glutton for Punishment. Gain bonus hate on goaded enemies, and it just gives you protection. So like you don't actually do damage. So I had to use that to get them to attack me in the first place. So I could do reflect damage on the passive person. I think
hammer.
Yeah, right. It's Razor Shards with its passive, man. Razor Shards is. I don't even have like a good hammer. This is a level 6 green hammer, and it's just annihilating things. Imagine if this was a blue hammer right now.
He's like, what's going on here? No. Oh.
Level 6. I wonder if I can afford a good hammer yet. I got like 3,500 moth already. Jesus, every hammer is... The lowest hammer is 15k. Are you out your mind? What the hell?
They know.
I can't. Well, they don't know anything. I can't afford that.
It's a conspiracy.
I can't afford that for like 2 days.
Yeah, keep grinding.
Someone out there bought up all the hammers just to
To be a dick. What sucks is I've deleted a couple now because they get deleted when I delete the character. Right? Like that's a thing. The plus side of doing this tonight is like I'll get a reset tomorrow on the challenges, right? So I'll have
right.
yeah. Oh yeah, this is Animal Well 6 Po Cove.
Special assignment received.
Here in Po Cove. Again, that's a little too on the nose.
Is it though?
Yeah, I think it is.
Get back here. Yeah, I can. So demolish is like a 5 energy consumer, but because seed gives you 5, you can with full energy you can do 4 demolishes, like in a row.
Oh, there you are.
Hammer is just it's brutal.
It's just a little OP.
But I mean, the downfall is like no range, right?
Right. That's the trade-off. Well, you still have an AOE, so it's still multi-target.
Yeah, but you're just in danger more often because you're close to things, and you're more apt to pull like larger groups. You know?
Oh,
There's be a Wendigo. Wait, where'd the Wendigo go?
He's behind us.
He's behind you.
He's back
Oh,
that
he
way.
should. No, that's a different Wendigo. I think the game stopped following the blood trails for some reason.
Assignment received.
The blood trail goes up here, so
there.
Yeah, up this way.
That's why. It should show up here in a second. Wait, it's supposed to show up. No, we've gone too far. Did someone kill a Wendigo?
Not me.
It should have shown up over here.
There's one over here.
There we go. No, I passed it. That's the problem. Yeah, it messed with my effects UI. It's like on default setting.
Get him. Yeah, have you noticed that any changes you have to make to every, like, yeah, when you start a new character, all the settings that you have to change back?
Yeah, mostly like turn off double tap to dodge,
Yeah.
set auto loot, and then I like to play with over the shoulder camera, right? There we go.
Hey, what did he do to you? That wasn't very nice.
He was there.
We are murder hobos.
You know, what's funny is because I have the year bundle deal thing, whatever. I have the Men in Black gadget. I can actually make things just go away from me.
You can. That's true.
That would be kind of cheating, though.
What gadget are you using?
That one right now. I just swapped it in because I remembered I had it. Normally, I like at some point I purchased the Bashojan. That's usually the one I'm running all the time for the AOE impair.
I mean, that's just a straight up because it's one of the best ones out there.
Yeah, it's very utility. You know, knocking something down buys you time. It prevents them from hitting you for those 3 seconds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And lets you hit them for free for those same amount of seconds. Right? So that's something you want to have happen.
And also just works as just a straight up good interrupt as well.
Well, yeah, obviously it's interrupt, so if something's casting an ability you don't want to have go off. Let's see, what do I need to do here?
So yeah, interrupt, knockdown, AOE. Just one of the better ones.
Yeah, Bashojan's really good. I need more hit rating. Damn it.
You know, work with that. A blue hammer.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't keep me from glancing though. I'm glancing right now. Sometimes. Which is not fun. I actually just spend a lot of SP on like random hit passives. Like I'll go through all the entire weapon tree buying like the hit passive from all the non-heal weapons. Because every like non-heal weapon has a 5-point hit rating passive. It's like, well, it's 13, but it costs 5 SP to get it. Right. So you can get them pretty cheaply. You can stack them up.
So we had two other small pieces of news actually. They're tiny pieces of news. One is that it is World Bee Day. I always forget about World Bee Day, and then it comes on and sneaks up.
Noise.
World Bee Day, as reminded to us by TSW Database, TSWDB, for all your TSW database needs.
Yep.
I think I was watching another stream of a new player playing Secret World, which happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Continually seeing people play Secret World.
I had a really cool interaction this morning, actually, where someone was asking me some questions about stuff, and they said something to the effect of, I mean, they thanked me for the help, and they said because of the advice and my content, they're reinstalling the game, and I was like, that's probably the best thing someone could ever say to me.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
Well, but no, they played it before. They were level 50 or something.
Okay.
But I guess they were having issues with the build, but they liked the advice and they enjoyed what I was doing, and it made them want to reinstall the game. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Because not just to have someone new play it, but to get someone that was playing it
come back to it,
that hadn't like finished it, to come back, like to inspire them to come back. I thought that was really cool.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, I know a couple players, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've gotten through Kingsmith, and then I get to like Scorched Desert, and I've always found myself stopping at Scorched Desert. And it's like, there is so much good stuff that comes after Scorched Desert. It's like, yeah, Kingsmith is great, Solomon Island as a whole is great, but
my thing is the number of people that never even make it out of Kingsmith. Because when you make it to Egypt, it is drastically different, right? Like, for good or bad, whether you like it or not, it's drastically different, right? Just visually, if nothing else, right?
Right. You go from the forested northeast U.S. to Egypt. I mean,
yeah, it was. You go from like this moody
entire culture shift,
main thing, to freaking just bright as shit all the time, searing your eyeballs. And even the enemies. I mean, obviously they're still doing enemy things, but going from zombies to like the Aten cultists and the different things they say. They swear at you in a different language. Like the whole vibe is vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like whether it's your cup of tea or not, it's just really interesting to play a game that, like, if you just spend your time in this area, you're like, oh, this game is pretty cool, but you have no idea the scope of the game.
Right. Like
this is one microcosm of many that you end up visiting.
And then you get to Transylvania, and Transylvania is just like each zone in Transylvania feels entirely different from each other.
Yes. Each, like, Transylvania is almost like three separate zones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's three separate maps, but almost feels like three separate zones. The difference between
Besieged Farmland and
Solomon Island has a little bit different flair. Like, I do think when you're in Savage Coast. They actually did a really good job of separating
even the zones from
mountain. Like, they still, like, they're very similar, but they do have a different feel. Whether it's like the fog or the quarries effect in the center of Blue Mountain that like has on the whole area, whatever the case is, like, there is, like, the lighting is slightly different somehow between them. I feel like I'm never running around in one map and think it's the other, right?
It's true. That's actually true. You can, like, even from the zones in on Solomon Island, that you can specifically tell which one you're in.
But it's so much
just from the ancillary effects. Yeah.
I think, like, especially Carpathian Fangs, though, because it's like just straight up snowy mountains compared to like Shadowy Forest or Besieged Farmland. Like, that one is like for sure feels like it's completely different. And also Shadowy Forest has like that Disney white.
Yeah. What are those those god rays?
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, I don't know what's up with it, but if you want to take a picture of your character wearing white, go to Shadowy Forest.
Maybe that's how they get all the shadows. Maybe that's why it's shadowy. Just light everything.
Not just white, it's just the most noticeable with white. The luminosity value, I think, is cranked to like 200 in there. It's the luminosity. There's like this weird sheen. Like, I have a picture I took, I think, from even maybe in TSW, where I'm in Shadowy Forest in a waterfall, like standing in a waterfall on the lava horse mount. And it looks insanely good. And it's because the luminosity values on both the water and the flame lava horse look entirely different. Like, if you have that horse mount and you pull it out in Agartha, right, it does the whole like lava fire effect.
Right.
Like, oh, that's cool. But when you see it in Shadowy Forest in a water fountain or a waterfall like rain down on it with the luminosity values that are in Shadowy Forest, it looks crazy.
Okay.
Like it just looks like a different sprint altogether. Yeah, I think it's this. I think it's that one.
This horse.
Yeah, there's a lava one that actually
It may be,
but I think it's actually this one I'm talking about. See, even here you can see like how the feet are kind of glowy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that glow value, the just a flame glow. If you go to Shadowy Forest right now and look at that horse, like it will gleam different.
Oh!
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Now I gotta actually go do that.
Should.
I'm going.
Did one of
This
you
is
guys
a scientific test.
excavators?
What's that?
Did one of you guys kill some of these excavator guys? Because I'm short 2 kills somehow.
No.
It might have been me.
Mikey.
I'm in Shadowy Forest, though. I don't know what you're talking about.
We got a newer person here too.
It does have a different color profile.
Right? And then if you go to like Hatchet Falls, where the waterfall is,
Yeah.
I think that's where the good one is. I think that's where I was. I don't remember now. There we go. I got my side mission. The dudes respawned.
It might be a little different though because it is at night, but it does. You can tell there is like a different profile, but maybe it's not entirely. No.
If anyone wants to put like a blue hammer on the market for not an obscene price, I would be interested. Like normally I can get like a blue hammer for like maybe 5K, right? And I feel like that's me overpaying.
You want a purple hammer?
I can't use a purple hammer.
Right.
Actually, I can if it's the Agarthan ones, I think.
This one's the Havoc.
What's that, guys?
Yeah, somebody probably bought up all the hammers and trying to corner the market, the hammer market.
Jimmy's doing what? He wants a blue hammer?
Oh, chair stream. Love these streams.
Oh, he left. That's all right. So I was saying that was one part of the news, is that it is World Bee Day. The second part is no, Jimmy has to be here for this one. This one we announced as specifically Jimmy news. Mountain Dew flavored Doritos. Jimmy, if you don't know, is a Mountain Dew. Yeah, he's a Mountain Dew fiend, if you will. Pretty sure he mentioned at one time the developers actually found and sent him Mountain Dew flavored jelly.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I still have some of it, I think.
You didn't finish it?
I haven't finished it.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yes, Mountain Dew flavored Doritos are now a thing. That's specifically Jimmy knew. So.
Yes. Yeah, that was fine that was posted there.
Because now, whenever I think of Mountain Dew, you're the first person that comes to mind.
There's probably not many people that have like eaten a Mountain Dew jelly and Reese's peanut butter sandwich on stream or something.
Yeah.
It's probably a small number of people.
Not quite, yeah.
Especially considering someone had to like custom make the jelly.
Custom made jellies though are really, really good stuff if you could find them.
Oh, Shogun's made it amazing. You're trying to get me killed, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you didn't turn off your notifications? Meetup notifications?
I didn't mess with that.
Oh no. I should have gave you a warning. That's my bad.
It's like this Ocho wanted me both. I'm trying to hammer someone in the face. I should probably fix that before people realize that that's the thing they can do to mess with me.
Also true. See? I'm providing a service.
We're beta testing this for you.
That's right.
It's never been an issue when I've been on stream. On my stream.
It probably is now.
Yeah. Where's the meetup thing?
It's only an issue when you got jerks following you around.
Oh, I need to do the idol quest as well. Yeah, look at that. Smash the crap out of that guy.
Like, what's going on here? Ugh.
Alright, so I want to grab this idol in this cave back here. I just have to remember to give it to Norma.
Norma Creed, the most likely person to receive an idol.
Well, we don't give it to her, you just throw it in the bonfire.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, because your bonfire takes care of everything.
Artifact. Yeah, right. Here's this cursed artifact that was like, what was wards, on it, and reanimated guys guarding it. But you know what'll fix it? Good old fashioned bonfire.
Throw it in the fire in front of your house.
Like what? How? What? Who?
Like, our property values have already tanked. Why not? Just go ahead. What's the worst that can happen?
It doesn't really, honestly, it doesn't make sense. Like, why was it in that cave being protected by wards as a way to like keep it safe? If you could just, I don't know, maybe they wanted to keep it, I guess, right? I guess that's the possibility. Light some fires.
Trying not to kill literally anything.
I
I'm like, I can get these guys behind you, right? 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 I'm not even sure. I don't remember the quest.
How about we
I just remember some of
aggro?
these guys are actually kind of hard to find.
Aggro the entire map.
Right.
Hey Jimmy, we got some people here for you.
Yeah, right. Actually, that won't work unless I accidentally attack them with an AoE. Then you be screwing me over.
Plus, we have to attack them first, and we're a little strong.
Yeah, like we're.
So the reason, by the way, I do the dungeons, when I solo the dungeons, I'm like super over leveled, so it's not very difficult, right? So it's not a big risk. It's for the legends.
Okay, because legends give you experience.
And a full set of legends gives you even more experience.
Mm-hmm.
And if, for instance, for Solomon Island, places of interest, right, is a subsection, and you have Black House, Blue Ridge Mine, Franklin Mansion, Institute Academy, Polaris. Well, completing each one of those gives you like a set bonus, but if you complete all of them, you get the superset bonus for places of interest, and that's even more bonus XP. So And also, it's just 5 legends by itself. The other one I do is Darkness War, because Darkness War is listed under Myths and Legends, and that thing has 12 legends in it. 12. That one always feels like a bigger risk, honestly, when I do it. But it seems like it's worth it.
So 12 is a lot, and some of the ones in Darkness War, I guess, are harder to see. They're harder to find.
Well, there's 4 of them are in the back. Like, you have to backtrack after you warp to the last boss. You have to turn around and go back. There's literally 4 Darkness War ones and a 5th Akab one from killing the Akab Queen. Like, there's 5 legends just in that back area. It's pretty ridiculous.
The one that the game actually is just like, nope, just skip it. You just skip right through it.
Yeah. They put so many back there.
That always felt a little weird to me. That you hit a point in Darkness War and they're just like, nope, just pass on to the end. Almost like they created the full dungeon and then just went, it's too long.
Well, I don't know that it was that so much as
they created a story reason for it, of course.
Yeah, but I mean the whole spot's there. Like, you go back into it and you can fight stuff back there.
Right. That's what I mean. Like they created it and then playing through it, they're like, this is too long. This is it should be shorter. Like, well, how do we make it shorter? It's like, we can put a pass through to the very end, like right there.
I think they just did it to literally hide shit back there.
Oh, it's also a secondary thing. Yeah, make it optional, so you don't have to complete it. But you really should at least once.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't even know. Like, when they first play the game, they have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they don't know there's anything back there. Ooh, I unlocked Eruption. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Yeah, we are.
You're literally cooking.
I'm cooking.
Yeah, you are. I saw you standing on that. Oh crap! What did I do? Wait, did I do that?
Yeah, you did that.
Yep.
Look at that. That was one eruption. Just. See, I gotta get past these without triggering things, maybe. Hopefully.
So I'm not stepping near.
Something's probably gonna come kill me in a second.
Oh, we're too high level.
No, not you. Me. Something's gonna come try and kill me.
I saw something come out and chase after you.
Yeah, you're getting chased.
Yep, I see it. I think one of the things hatched.
Oh,
did.
Never mind, he's coming back.
I had a feeling he'd probably de-leash. I have to go to the Lady Margaret. See the captain about a boat.
Wasn't there something about the Lady Margaret in Secret World Prime?
What do you mean?
Like, wasn't there some, I don't know, something investigative about it? Or no, not the Lady Margaret. It's another ship here in the harbor. It has like a something on it.
How many investigation missions did you complete without Google? 1, 2? I don't know. I mean, well, okay. I assume you mean without a guide, because you're actually supposed to use Google.
You're supposed to use Google for almost every one of them. It's just that whether you use the guide.
Yeah, if
itself,
you mean guide, yeah, I've definitely used guides a bunch. I'm very proud of the one that I did back in the day, because there was no guide yet, because I was playing the mission the day it came out. So
I actually take pride that I have solved every single one except one without a guide. And the one that I did without a guide was a very sneaky one in
You mean with the guide?
or with a guide. Yeah, I'm not proud because I used a guide in every single one. No, I'm proud that I solved every single one without a guide except one mission, and it was in Scorched Desert. And the reason why is it's actually a side mission that they fixed in Secret World Legends, where they made it an investigative side mission, or they made it a
the one, I know the one you're talking about. The satellite dishes.
Yes. I hit that one and it was just too late at night. By the time I hit it, and I was just like, what is this? What is this trying to throw at me right now? I ain't got time for this. And I'm
sure I solved that with a guide in TSW. But I actually did solve it myself on stream, I think like last year.
Oh yeah, no. After that, I went back and I actually figured it out and figured out how they got to what they did. But the first time I did it was definitely with a guide.
Well, for one, I didn't remember the original answer, right?
Okay.
So there's that. Like, I have to look up the stupid like password or coordinates or whatever the shit it is like every time, because I'm horrible at that crap. So I'm I guess more equipped to legitimately rediscover it because I'm like, I don't remember what this is.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, you know what? Cool. I was, doing, I forget what run through. I was like, yeah, we can just figure this out, on stream, like how you're supposed to.
Yeah.
What do we do here? And yeah, like you need like some, like, well, not just a hex converter. You need a variety of converters.
Mm-hmm.
You need a variety of language converters to convert the code strips.
Hex and binary, and even once you get all that, even once you figure all that out, it's how they combine. I think that's what threw me off. And I was like, oh, that's no, I'm done. I was like, I'm looking this up.
Well, hey, I found you. I'm behind you, I think. You have the bird, right? Yeah, that's you. I have to go to Bannerman's office.
Yeah, I've got the golden owl up right now.
So yeah, like I remember like figuring out which code was which and like decoding the pieces and like getting the 3 lines, and I'm staring at like, what the shit is this? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. Like I remember like the light bulb where like the letters match up. And so it's 3 lines of gibberish, but it's the text letters match up. So the symbols and numbers don't mean anything.
Yes.
And there's way more of those than there are letters. But if there's a letter from like one in each one, kind of goes like this. And so if you just put the letters down, if you just make a 4th line below and just pull the letters down, it spells out the sentence. Which then you have to decrypt the sentence that tells you the sentence is like contains not only the code but the hint at where this thing is that you might open with this code.
Right. And that's what I was like.
Really
I was
cool.
like, I'm not. Like it just hit me that one hit me at the just wrong time. Actually, now that I think about it, no, there was one more that I looked up a guide for, and it was in Blue Mountain. It was the one in Blue Mountain where you have to figure out the Morse code from the headlights of the car.
Yes.
And I was like,
never even
no.
Never even tried that shit. I know what it was.
I tried it, and it was like I kept getting it wrong, and you don't even know where it starts and where it starts repeating, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, that one's rough.
Every other one though, I've done.
I was so proud when I did Wetworks in Tokyo.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
because back in TSW days, if you were a sub, you got, this is before it was I think they changed stuff. You got the issue content updates released like 3 days earlier. So
the guide didn't even exist.
Say again?
The guides didn't even exist.
Yeah. So not only did it just come out, but it only came out for patrons, like for subs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you were a non-patron and you were planning to buy it, you still didn't have it yet because you didn't have it for 3 more days, right? So like the day the issue released to patrons, I got it and was playing that, and I had to figure it out like with no choice, right? Because the problem with guides existing is like there's this thing where you're like, man, I could just look this up and make my life a shit ton easier.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean that's a problem theoretically, a big problem, but it's a problem.
I also think that if you do like I tried, and I would put time aside. Like I would know it's like, okay, this is an investigation mission. I'm going to log on tonight and just try to do this investigation mission. Like when you do it that way, they take a lot of time. You spend like almost 4 hours sometimes going through some of the harder investigations.
Yeah, you could. I honestly, I'm kind of surprised. The Wetworks one, I mean, I don't know how long the whole thing took me, but the main part, which is the one down in the morgue.
Yes.
Like the dyslexia part.
Yeah.
Like I consider that the main crux of that investigation mission. Everything else is fairly easy.
Everything else is fairly easy. Yeah.
You know, the core battery, like the where to go, all the other codes and stuff. Pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty straightforward stuff. Not terribly difficult. I'm
trying to think of some of the ones that really stick out in my mind.
But that dyslexic part, man, those combinations, if you don't figure it out, there's like a billion combinations.
There are, yeah.
So you figure out the right pattern, in which case there's like 3 things to try, and one of them's going to be it. Right? Like once you figure out the rules and like it congeals in your brain, you're like, oh, this is what's happening. Then you end up with a set of numbers where you're like, literally, if you try like 3 numbers, then you get it.
Yeah, some of them are just almost impossible to force until.
So there's no way you're brute forcing that one, because if you don't figure out the trick, then it's literally like a 5-digit random code, and there's just no way in hell that's happening.
I'm trying to think of some of the ones that really, like, when you finish them, or when you're going through them and you stumble across the actual answer itself, you turn around and you're like, what the hell? Like, what were they thinking?
You know what?
Making this the answer.
You know what I thought was weird is the plethron one in Scorched Desert, where I remember the password because it's bizarre. It's 305 parenthesis like right parenthesis right parenthesis. And it has to do with like his security level being gold something.
Oh, that one. Yes. Okay, yeah.
And when you look it up, like on Wikipedia, you look up that shit, and literally like the element or whatever the hell it is translates to 305 paren right paren right paren. Mm-hmm. It's like on Wikipedia, like it's a real thing,
mm-hmm.
But it makes no fucking sense. It's like, why is it a parenthesis? Why is it 2 parentheses? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's that thing. They did such a good job on that one. I would say the other one I really like, as far as just crazy stuff, is like the Tokyo one that involves like an Imager account.
That one's a fun one, yeah.
Because that one involves not just an Imager account, but like a blog.
Yeah, that one's the one where was it the person's trying to find all their friends, right?
Yeah, and it's Harumi.
Yeah.
From Neuromancer Queen 99.
And you have to go to the exact spots that the photos were taken from.
Well, yeah, because the one person died, and it's like there's this smashed picture.
Yeah.
Right? But you have to go to, it's an actual Imgur account you go to. There's the one of them's like a school website, right? You go to like a school website because the one lady was like a teacher.
And the school website is it like it's like a daycare website almost, right?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a daycare, but it's in the lower apartment areas, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole mission's got like a bunch of like out of game stuff,
which is super cool. Right? Yeah, whenever they pull that out. One of the most famous ones that I remember, one of the ones that really made me go, wait a minute, what? It's not even in Secret World. It's not even in Secret World Legends. It was in Secret World Prime, and it was it took place in London. Now I forget the name of the mission. But what it had you do, the clue that it had you do was you went into like one of the alleyways and you encountered a wall, and when you hit the wall, it had made certain chimes.
I know what you're talking about.
And the clue that it gave you was basically
a mission, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or the other mission from the doctor.
That's it, yeah. And it gave you the only clue that it gave you was it gave you a phone number.
Right.
And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, well, where in the game can I make a phone call? And I'm coming here to Kingsmouth because there are like phone booths or whatnot near, there. I'm trying to think where in the game there's phones, and it's like every phone I went to, just I couldn't find any phone that actually worked. And I was like, well, how does it want me to make this phone call? And I was like, are you kidding? And it like hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, are you kidding me? It wants me to actually make this phone call? I was like, are you? And I looked it up at a time, and I looked at my cell phone, and I was like, I'm like, this phone number is in the UK. I'm like, this is a London-based phone number. I'm like, what? Like, how much would this cost me to call? And I was like, you know what? It's worth it, whatever it is.
Right.
I don't care if it's like, I was like, it's probably only gonna be like a 30-second phone call to the UK. I'm like, how much could that actually cost me? So I remember then actually, picking up my phone and calling the UK and like calling the phone number, and sure enough, it was like, you've reached whatever. I'm not here right now, but maybe I'll catch you later. Do 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 do. And I was like, oh god, that's the clue. I was like, those sons of... That was a good one. That one really stuck out as being like them going completely over the top.
So I just thought of something. I don't think it was in game then, but I'm really curious were you to go back into TSW, right? Because I think that mission's still there.
That mission would absolutely still be there, yeah.
Yeah. Can you make that call from Diamond Kyoto's phone?
Probably not.
You know the one where you call Fear Nothing Foundation?
Yeah.
They actually like have a phone in game that you call the number. But although to be fair, I think it's only active in that mission.
And like I said, probably not. Probably not.
But still,
that was one. The origami mission took me forever.
Oh my god.
When I first did that one, because you had to basically like take a piece of paper, write on it in Japanese, and then fold it in such a way to actually see what the, because it gave you the final product.
Right.
And what all the different things, and then you had to fold it up together and then read across it to figure out what the next thing was. But then that was in Japanese. Then you had to hand translate that to.
I watched someone do that on stream for a little bit once, and I was super impressed that they were even trying.
Yeah,
they had like a computer program for folding paper.
Okay. No, I remember that one. I actually physically pulled out sheets of paper, like from my printer.
They were doing it on stream, so like they had it like all on the computer. They had like some program to like fold and they had like Japanese translation up, and I was just like, God damn, bravo to you for even attempting to do this bullshit.
I remember what I should have done was I should have taken a screenshot of each one, physically went to my printer and printed it out. So I had like the square that actually had the writing on it. I didn't. I was in there trying to like hand write everything. But I did end up solving that one. I did end up solving that one without assistance.
Wow, that's
And
actually
when
really
I did, I just like got it and I turned off the game and I probably walked away from the game for like a week. But
yes, Schubert, do you ever go back and play TSW? Every once in a blue moon, I'll go back and collect my points because I still have points over there accruing to spend on cosmetics. Because I still have a transfer left, so I can potentially still transfer stuff into Legends. But that's the only reason I go back and pull it up. The only other reason I go back and pull it up would be to test something dumb like this, like trying to
call
a number
from that one mission that's only in Secret World from Damon Kyoto's phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like the only reason I would spin it up would be for something like that. You know, that Legends is where it is like now, right? Like Legends is where
there's a whole bunch of reasons why they switched over to Legends, and I think they're all relatively good reasons. I thought that Secret World itself was a seminal game, but I feel like Legends is that much improved upon. So
it's better in pretty much every way. I feel like. I mean, people will bitch that there's like some random mission or piece of content that isn't in here that it's missing. But to be fair, there's also a fair bit of content in it that is not in the original.
That is not in the original, right?
So there's some give and take there. But performance-wise, engine-wise, I think level design-wise, I would even argue ability-wise. I know some people like to bitch about not having the ability wheel, but man, if you actually...
Where'd you go? I completely lost you.
For the guy in the red shirt, do you think blades are viable? That's for Ember.
Blades?
Does Ember go, what? What's blades?
Oh, what? What? Huh?
No, I'm getting a needy cat. Yeah, blades are pretty good.
I mean, it would depend what you mean viable.
What do you mean by viable?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, is it easy or is it hard skill set? I mean, it's a lot of things that are variables there.
It's melee, so there's that.
Yeah.
But blades are sort of designed to be kind of like they heal you. You got some healing. You got some survivability. Blades are very good to play solo. But as far as saying like, or is Blade a viable thing for like end game? Like I don't necessarily think so on that front.
Yeah, it's not meta for end game because of those reasons.
I'll say, but as a solo weapon.
That said, you can still do end game stuff with it. Like
you can.
Except I don't know, maybe barring the raid. Like you're gonna suck at the raid.
But if you just want a weapon to solo through the game, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect for it.
Oh, I'm not being left out.
They're pretty weak. Plus red shit. I think he means red shirt. Seems like that. I think Ember is left out. Yeah.
That's Ember.
I just thought it was funny typoed shit. Yo, red shit. So I figured out what you meant, but for a second there I was like,
yeah, we do. I say, but overall, no, I don't go back and play TSW either. I don't. I uninstalled it and haven't found any really good reason. Like, yeah, I could go back and probably do my second, whatever, because I probably got a lot of points probably burning a hole over there. But I don't necessarily see the need to do that as much as Jimmy does.
I mean, I do like once every like 3 months or 4 months or something. It's not very often. I don't care to go back into it, honestly. Like every once in a while, someone will random over there will be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Dude, why are you playing this?" So, like, seriously, fuck off.
Like the only reason why I would say where people
like
might
in a nice
still...
way, but like seriously, fuck off.
Yeah, I think like one of the best reasons to go back and play the original Secret World is probably for the PvP. Because
find someone in there.
I think there's a dedicated enough community running around. Maybe
what I've seen, yeah, no, there's, I haven't uninstalled. I did the same thing. I uninstalled it like last year, and
I mean, to be fair, you can actually patch back and forth. It takes like about a gig every time you do it, but you can patch from Legends to TSW and vice versa.
You can.
Assuming you have a valid TSW account to log in with.
Yeah, that
is an assumption there. But it's you can patch the game back and forth. You don't even need like a separate install, although that's honestly probably preferable. I'm just running around collecting Legends, by the way. I'm level 10 already.
That's me.
So I need to be level 12. I need to be level 12 to get into the sewer. I need to get into that sewer to get the song. The siren song.
Get that song.
But yeah, so as far as Blade's only weak in like comparison to like say Hammer or Assault Rifle in like end tier dungeon DPS.
Right.
As far as like actually playing the game, it's completely fine. And you can even do pretty passable DPS in a dungeon, honestly. Like there's people with better weapons doing far less damage than I was doing when I was playing Blade. So it just depends how much you want to play it. It's not like you're going to be necessarily the lowest person, depending on the group.
I mean, I'm a person that will definitely say, play whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a thing where some people just don't want to like invest in something they feel like they're gonna feel stupid for picking later.
Right.
Like, I understand that too. Like,
but it also depends upon how far you want to go. Like, I know straight up that I don't want necessarily like I'm not a raider. I'm not an end game dungeon grinder. I'm not a really even a group content sort of player. So for me, it doesn't matter. I just play what I enjoy. I don't really mind if it's, I play pistol shotgun. I don't really care if that's not the most whatever.
Halfway decent, to be honest.
Yeah, and I just enjoy it. Like I just enjoy it a lot more than most other weapon combos. But I could also run pretty much all the content that I want to with it as well. Like I can run, I can do Dark Agartha. I can do scenarios. I can do occult defense. I can do a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't mind, as long as I can do the content, because that's part of the puzzle in and of itself of games and builds. I always find that I enjoy is, can you find the way to do the content with either the build you have or, figuring out that puzzle of what do I need to fit in here, what do I need to have this. Like in my mind, that's a very fun puzzle to play. So I don't even like look up guide builds or anything like that.
Speaking of which, all Legends collected achievements. I have all the Legends collected. I think I'm missing a couple achievements. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have one of the. Oh, my voice is going. One of the larger achievement collections. I'm not sure if there's anyone with. I'm honestly not sure if there's someone with more achievement points than me. It's theoretically possible if someone's done more PvP stuff than I have.
Yeah, because there's a lot of PvP stuff, or a few PvP centric.
Like Drenith is probably the closest, I think.
Yeah.
I know he has. I know he has like symbol achievements that I don't have, but I think I have other ones that he doesn't as well. Not positive. If anyone's beating me in achievement points at all, I think it might be Drenith.
Jimmy's our expert, dedicated player.
I have my museum is done in both games actually. My museum's finished in both games, the original and this one. I mean, probably the fact that I'm making a permadeath character to play through repeatedly should be an indication that I've.
So you're just finding your own ways to play at this point. Yeah.
I'm making the game fun to play for me. It's challenging to play for me because
we can help you free yourself from all the noise and
this is like.
clutter in your life.
Well, I was gonna say this is character number 12, but technically isn't this character number 14 because I've deleted 2 of them?
Yeah. Technically. You'll get a whole bunch added to this. How good was PvP in Secret World?
How good was PvP?
Honestly,
I don't think it was that great. It's just there was more options.
Yeah, honestly, not that great.
It wasn't that great. There's a lot of rose-colored lenses going on there.
Yeah, like the what was the big zone? Fusang. Fusang was it was huge. It was actually a really cool zone to run around in. I thought so anyway.
So it was very large and nice looking, but it was ridiculously huge.
It was a little too big though, right?
Completely insane that you would run around on foot for goddamn like 10 minutes straight before you found someone to fight. And then if you die, you respawn back to your base. You have to run around for 10 minutes again. Like, it was insanely large.
And it was also easily to get one-sided to one faction or the other.
Oh, it was very easy.
A lot of that depended on time of day. It was actually really, it's really actually incredibly funny how many people from different factions think the other faction is dominant or that they're dominant. It literally all depended on when you played. Like, if you were someone like me and potentially, depending on the day of the week, could be up at any time, like I saw a lot more flex because I was on in like random time zones kind of all the time. But if you consistently played at one time, then you probably always consistently saw a certain faction controlling Fusang. But because I played all over the place, I tended to see a bigger variety. Does that make sense? It's like, I don't know, Lumi's log in the my morning, but Dragons log in at my afternoon or something. Like everyone took turns basically.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back, and I don't think there was any one real dominance. Like it seemed like while you were playing, there was always a dominance.
If you talk to PvP players, though, every faction will say their faction was dominant, or you'll find the opposite and find someone that's like, no, man, every time I went in there, that shit was always Dragon, and I'm Lumi. Like, what the hell? So, like, it literally just depended what faction you were and what time zone you played in. And also potentially before the Battleground got merged, which Battleground you were on.
True.
If you recall, originally there was Battleground A and B, and the server you made your character on is what made the decision like which battle group you were in. So that, on top of the time zones, the battle group could depend what you saw. Yes, I'm a Dragon main as well. I mean, this character's a Lumi, but that's just because it's easier to do a permadeath run on a Lumi. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the reason why you don't want the Templar one, you know how you go into London, and you go in the place where they kept Emma, like a sort of a mini nursery?
Yeah.
There's the creepy chick that you fight. The one that's like the ghost like tied to the medical chair, and she like picks shit up from around the room and throws it at you. Right? That's can kill you. like insta kill you. That faction mission can insta kill you. Because if you don't hide correctly, she throws shit kinetically and will just one-shot you and then you respawn. So that is why I will not make a Templar for permadeath run.
Okay, not if you can be insta killed in the faction mission.
Yeah, I'm a dragon main. What are you guys? I think we rounded out, right? Didn't we figure out
yeah.
speech?
Ember is a Templar main.
But I do have Templar main, right? More characters for our Lumi though.
Right, but it really depends what your main is.
Yeah.
we all have ones of different factions. But I'm an Illuminati main.
Yeah, I'm a dragon main, but I do have like 12 characters, so
yeah,
they're not all dragons. It's important to experience the story from various perspectives.
Get the flavor text, yeah. There you are, I found you.
It's not just flavor text, man. Like there's actual information. I mean, some people might view it as flavor text, but there's like legit information. How am I missing one goddamn legend? Chicken would still me Templar for Deathless Run. What is Chicken? Are you drunk? Do you mean main Templar?
I'm drunk right now.
I literally wanted to. I really wanted to try Templar 1 because I like that mission. I just forgot that it's freaking. I forgot that it kills you. That it has that girl that can attack you and kill you. I was looking up a guide online for it and was like, oh shit, no wait, she can one shot you. Fuck that. That was kind of my response. Oh, I found the legend. I found it. How was I missing this?
Right in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I must have walked above it or something.
Maybe.
What's the good holiday events in the game? Well, Valentine's one this year was pretty awesome. They actually added a new mission in Legends. It involved the Rosenbrawl PvP, which is also a new addition to Legends that wasn't in TSW, which is really fun.
Halloween is always like the main.
Yeah, mission. Halloween is the main one for sure.
Is the main holiday.
Christmas is pretty awesome.
Christmas is pretty big too, though, right?
It's awesome too. I would say like the big. So the ones with lots of events are going to be anniversary, Halloween, winter, like Christmas.
Yeah.
Those three are probably the single biggest as far as like amount of content running at once, amount of hourly boss like things or 40-man raid things. Like anniversaries in June.
Like next month. That's what I said. Yeah, June 18th was last year when it started.
So there's
yeah. So I'd expect sometime around mid-June. Icy Claws.
Yeah, Icy Claws. I'll be doing that giveaway again this year. I believe we're still supposed to have a Megaversary as well.
Always good. Yeah, the anniversary comes around, and usually the Secret World community gets all involved and creates a Megaversary, which is a in the game there's the anniversary event going on, but then the community kind of makes it extra.
Yeah, we do our own additional stuff. There'll be like contests, and you can win prizes and that sort of thing. The big Christmas demon chick raid is fun. Yeah. That's where you get
Niflheim.
I think. Oh, I'm in Soul now. I'm collecting the dragon lore. I'm actually just gonna level to the level 12 requirement just off of Legends.
That's easy.
because you can.
Hey, why not? If you can do it.
Yeah, it's all the faction lore. Like each zone has faction lore, right? It's like 15 pieces or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough to level you.
Hey, that is something that I will absolutely look up guides for, is how to get all the lore.
Well, I'm running the Lorehound mod, so that helps.
Which is one of the best,
also,
lore mods out there.
I also have picked these up. This is now the 3rd time in like a week that I've run a character through.
So you know where they are.
So yeah. I might have an idea where most of these are. SW easier compared to TSW. It's easier to get into.
I definitely think it is.
TS, like, I don't mean that as like a. So some people complain that it's like too easy, but I think that's just a misunderstanding of the skill system.
Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't like screw you up as easily as the original could. Like, you could make yourself a really, really shitty build in the original one.
Also, you could in the original as well. It's just that the time to kill was very long, which I don't mean that that's something that's harder. You know, longer does not necessarily equal harder, but like you couldn't pull as many packs of mobs early on and survive. Usually it was like you're trying to kill down one, and all of a sudden a second would jump in, and you'd be like, oh no, like, and it would.
That could also partially be like build stuff though too.
It could.
Like, I think it is, because I'm pretty sure when I made new characters, once I eventually knew what I was doing, which was not for quite a while, when I eventually made new characters, all of a sudden the when you know what abilities you need to get to like right away, and you can spend your APSP like perfectly to get to that in the ability wheel, the thing you need, like, you can clobber the crap out of stuff in Kingsnet. But knowing that exact path and how to most efficiently get to it and what missions to run to get you there so that you can put yourself in that position was much harder in TSW.
Oh yeah, like I don't think I actually got a full grasp of my build and what I wanted to make out of it until I at least hit Blue Mountain. Like, that's when I really started to pay attention to it. And Blue Mountain is usually the place where most players gave up because of the just the level of difficulty from the previous 2 zones.
Yeah.
And if you didn't really figure out your build good enough in Blue Mountain, then good luck with the rest of the game. Like, that was kind of the off point for many players. And at one point they even fixed it in the Secret World Prime. They even went ahead and tried to basically make it kind of easier on new players, and kind of make the curve of the difficulty curve a little less steep for the beginning 3 zones. Like, they tried improving it at one point. I don't know how successful it ended up being.
EPE, like early player experience, something like that.
Yeah,
had like some initials for it, because it went through a couple of phases. It wasn't even just one.
Yeah. And that got a lot of complaints because it was like, you're making it too easy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, part of the problem is like, you literally had people running around in the first zone with one weapon equipped.
Yeah.
They didn't even have an offhand weapon. Nothing told you that you had to have one, that you needed one. People just run around with one weapon with like 3 abilities on their bar. Like, the game didn't really tell you how to play it at all in any way, shape, or form. And also the decks were horrible.
Yeah, the decks were they were suggestions, but you really got off of them really quickly, or you really should have gotten away from them very quickly.
Yeah, like they were really bad. I don't know who made those or why. What they have against players. Like I don't understand.
You just hate the player.
That's pretty much
What are
it.
we
Yeah.
doing? But the starter decks were like the reason you did them was to get the outfit,
Yeah.
right? Like that's why you unlock them. You're like, oh, I want that outfit. I'm missing one somewhere. I don't know where.
Are you already
Damn
in
it.
Sprint 2?
No?
No, you're still in Sprint 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't bought a sprint yet. I probably won't do that for. I'll probably try and get a blue hammer first if I can find one. So what the hell?
There's
am I
plenty
missing?
for sale.
Yeah, for like 20K. People are high.
Ember, stop inflating the market.
Hey, it's economy.
Oh wait,
right
I finished getting. That's the problem. They're done. Okay. Well, back to Agartha.
You actually completed it?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't find another one.
That would do it. That would
Whoops.
do it. Darkheart says that they love the combat system with SWL. Yeah, the combat system was greatly improved. But of course, when you go from something as it's kind of a staple as tab targeting, and go to a
different staple.
go to a second staple.
I mean, radical combats. I mean, the reason they went to it is it's pretty common, right? Like,
it started to become a lot more common.
Yeah.
Than tab target, but kind of when Secret World first came around, tab target was still king.
You think so?
I think.
Oh,
so.
you mean when the original came around?
Yes. When it came out in, was it 2012?
Yeah.
2012. That tab targeting was still like primarily the go-to system, because tab targeting even came about just because of server lag times. That it's like you do an ability and the server had time to react, and it's a better system for
Thing has moved now.
yes, but as internet itself has become better over time, and how that's improved over the years, that now a more action combat can take its place and still be viable.
I mean, like I said, I play with a controller, so I played it the exact same way. I just had to push an extra key. I had to push an extra key on my controller to tab, which, like, I would say I got used to it in the original game, right? It wasn't something you ended up doing kind of automatically after a while. But I will say, like, Legends, just as soon as I even started playing the beta, I was like, oh man, this is sweet. This is how I always play with a controller. Like, this just works. I look the direction of the thing I'm fighting, and I just hit a tag.
Yeah.
So much so that when I went back into TSW for something at some point, like I had a mummy in front of me just beating the shit out of me, and I couldn't hit it, and I couldn't figure out why. For like until I I have to tab to attack the thing that's punching me in the face. That seems smart.
Yeah.
That's an intelligent way to do something. Like, it feels so ass backwards when you don't do it for a long time and you go back into it. And you're like, why can't I push an attack button for the thing that's punching me?
Why can't I attack the thing that's directly in front of me, hitting me? Why am I trying to hit the guy that's 12 meters away from me? Yeah.
I love the housing aspect of SWL. I've seen it
something like that we'll never have.
Yeah, the museum is the closest we're getting to housing. The engine's honestly just not built for it.
No.
Nice, you made the jump. There's a legend back there if you've never gotten it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've collected all of them here.
Okay.
I don't have all of the legends from every zone. That is like one of my long-term goals, is to eventually just go through and pick them all up. Not necessarily to fill out the museum, but just get as much lore as I possibly can, because the lore itself is excellent.
Yes, 100%.
The lore itself, if you haven't sat down and read the lore, is just key. It's
Emperor, are you
phenomenal.
missing lore?
Yeah,
Darkheart says you're missing lore.
I'm in Seoul trying to get one that's on that house over there. I know there's that one down there.
Oh, I see which one.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw it.
that one down there.
You know, with the overshoulder camera, I just clipped through the wall on the side of it and picked it up.
I can't get that. I keep hitting a wall that's right here. You can't jump from house to house.
But you don't need to. You can get to that without jumping over.
This
you get
one?
to it from a different road.
Oh, actually.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one you can just jump and grab. No. Go back. Go back and kind of in front of it.
If you stand in front of it and then just jump, you can trigger the collect button.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Fall back down, and it'll keep going.
I got it.
there you go.
Now I'm gonna get this one inside.
There you go.
That's
Yeah, because I was trying to jump from one house to the other, but there's like an invisible wall that blocks you right there.
Yeah, I found the dead Blagini,
Oh, that's always fun.
right? The poor dead Blagini in Agartha. Which I think I heard was another case of like someone did that without informing like Tilty first. I was like,
Like, kind of like they were meaning to put a quest in, and they just went ahead and did it, and
yeah, they just put things they thought would be funny, like since they got rid of those.
oh,
Because they got rid of the Blagini when they introduced anima allocation. You
Did
know, those
they?
used to be vendors. Mikey,
what's that?
they used to be vendors.
Oh yeah, no, I know about the vendors. I was like, they didn't get rid of like them entirely. They're still in besieged farmland.
No, but I mean, there was 4, and with anima allocation, you didn't need the healer tank ones because everything's just
'cause
one
every
type
item,
now,
yeah.
right? Instead of so you had 3 Blagini doing the job of what's now 1 Blagini, so they literally just killed 2 of them and dumped them in a Agartha,
Dumped them in Agartha.
which is fucking hilarious
And,
and
of course,
amazing.
this part right here that was planned but never brought into fruition. The
So the tattoo parlor.
yeah, tattoo.
Yeah, I think that was for like tech reasons.
Oh no, they had somebody was working on it, but then they left the company and no one knew the code, and they're like, whatever.
Well, it's not just. I don't think it was just that. I remember them talking about it. It was there's issues with how, like, you know how our clothes are actually like the torso.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you change your shirt, you're actually changing your whole torso. It's
Yeah, so there's issues with trying to do tattoos as well. I mean, we kind of do have face tattoos at least, right?
Yeah, during a character creation.
but yeah, but
Yeah,
most of those are right from the very beginning too.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, you can get yourself. Well, you can redo those.
in a barbershop.
You can. Yeah, go to the. No, wait. Is it the barbershop?
Or Aldini.
Or yeah, well, you can do makeup at the barbershop. I don't know if you can do the. I
Change
don't know
like
which amount of stuff you
scars
can do.
and tattoos.
Yeah, can you do those as well, or is it just the makeups? I'm honestly not sure.
yeah, I don't know.
Now here's a question: for you, Mikey.
What's that?
Have you gotten the legend that's at the end there? That only shows up when the custodian comes and points at it.
Probably not.
What zone do you hate the most? I don't really hate a zone.
So
I mean, some people do. Most people's zone they hate is Egypt. I gotta be honest.
And
Most
specifically
people,
of Egypt, they don't like City of the Sun God.
but
Yeah.
most people will say I hate Egypt. I don't hate Egypt. I actually like Egypt.
Yeah. I would say if there's one that I really dislike, it's probably Carpathian Fangs.
Really?
Yeah.
Slander.
But it's not because it's the missions, the storyline. I'm really cool with all that, and some of the bigger set pieces are really cool. I think it's just just getting around it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like getting around Carpathian things. Well, okay, I guess I can see what you mean. You mean like the bases? Because they
Yeah.
have these weird windy roads. You look at the map, you're like, how the hell do I get over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change
But
the stuff in the barbershop.
Even still,
I
that's
do- I
like
do-
that's
I know
that's
what you
really low.
mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Because when you're someone that tries to like hunt legends and stuff, right? Like me, or champions or something, and you're just like, hey, how the hell do I get here? And it's like, oh, to get here, let me start here and make a weird S pattern along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And City of Sun God used to be just as bad as that, but they made that much better.
at least when you first go through. And the other big benefit is when you first go through now, port all over the place, you unlock the anima wells too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then you can just port. When you do go back through later, you don't have to run. You have all the wells unlocked, which is a huge difference.
Was the lore that you were talking about, was it just part of Agartha lore, or was it part of, do you know?
I think the golem, one of the golem lores.
Okay. Golems in the Fourth Age?
Yeah, I think so.
I've got that completed, so yeah, I think I do have it. Here he comes anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get hot. He points and boom.
Oh no, I did not have it. Golems number 8.
Oh, it's just golems, the bestiary one.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? There you go.
Okay. Yeah, most of the ones that I am missing are the bestiary lores.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because they're the newest lores, really.
Yeah, true. Well, no, well, they were there in the original game at some point.
Were they?
Bestiary?
Weren't they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they were in TSW.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not sure.
I thought they were added in TSW.
No,
Maybe I'm
they're
wrong.
new.
They're new to Legends? No.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, when you
No.
Yes,
No,
yes,
they were
yes.
in TSW. I read them while I was doing 10K farms. No.
I don't think they dropped when
I was farming 10K kills in TSW while reading the freaking lores.
Yeah, TSWBC says, TSWDB says that part of their legacy site has the bestiary lore, so they were in there.
Yeah.
They were.
Okay.
They weren't original, like with launch or anything. It was one of the later editions. Yes, and you know what it was? Museum. When
You're
the
right.
museum,
Yeah.
When the museum came out in TSW, that's when they added the bestiary lores. And you need certain bestiary lores to unlock certain pedestals in the museum.
Yes.
It came out
You're
together.
correct. Yeah. And plus, I think all the bestiary lore, I think, is all Scrivenomancer as well.
Yes. It's amazing. I read literally all of it while farming 10K kills in TSW. It's much nicer to have kills that are much lower numbers in Legends. That's another thing that's beneficial in Legends. Not this arbitrary 10K of a monster that barely appears in the game at all. A number that's a little more sensical.
Yeah.
Sensible, probably the better word. Hey, do some main missions, I guess.
We have a secret, Sweetling. It is not by coincidence that humanity discovers the science of making golems in every age. The clues, though subtle and scattered, are left behind by Gaia herself. She programs fragments of her blueprints in the scripture of physics and the diagram of the spiral. She wants her children to experiment. She wants one to someday make a perfect replica of her guardians. No human has, not in any age. What will the prize be, should one of you succeed?
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, part of what makes this great, I can't speak anymore. Part of what makes this game great, is it's basically the lore, it's the story, it's the world that they built behind it.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's one of the best out there.
I think that's some reason some people like underestimate City of the Sun God, is they don't actually
stop and read everything and
they don't do all the
what happened. And
if you just do, I mean, I feel like if you just do the story ones in there, it's still pretty amazing. But if you do the other missions, if you do some of the other ones that actually tell you like the real background of what's going on there with the statues and the horrific shit that happened,
in order to have the statues be as
like it has more depth, it has more meaning.
I was saying why he has so much guilt over it all.
Yeah. It's just
oh yeah.
It's good
Found it too.
You found the Blagini?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple things they put in under Tilty's
Tilty's
under his nose. Yeah. Where'd you go? I lost you again.
Me? I'm in Kingsman. I leveled up. I'm level 12. I'm about to go in the sewer.
Oh, you got it from all the lures.
Yep. I'm gonna look on the auction house again.
Just in case something.
Quick.
Raise the prices.
I hate you guys so much.
I would never do such a thing.
Let me put a high bid.
I mean, the only thing you could do is list one lower. If you list one higher, it wouldn't matter. I'm already not buying the lowest price one.
Right, yeah.
So, like, there's no way to screw me over more. I guess, no, I take that back. You could buy the lowest price one.
That's what I mean. You could buy the lowest price one and re-up it higher. That would entirely be a dick move.
Like, yes, that would indeed be a dick thing to do.
What I'm doing. I'm killing firefighters for reasons. Anyway. Right. We're doing a cast. Right, yes.
What? Who?
It's getting a little late though, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
So just going over the news that we did have, that Funcom announced that they're part of the Guerrilla Collective, which is going to be taking place June 6th through the 8th. It is a online convention. And they kind of teased out possible Secret World news, but I don't know. But yes, but no, I don't know.
New cosmetics.
So should we expect some Secret World mention then. I wouldn't bet on it, but maybe.
I love your non-committal committal. So good. I don't know, but maybe you know what it is. You are straight up pulling.
I'm hedging my bet. Yeah.
Michael from The Office when he says he has Bruce Springsteen tickets, but he doesn't.
Oh no.
When he's like, they're gonna hold an auction. He's like, what could it be? I don't know. Could I have something? Maybe. Who knows? Why is he saying all this? I don't even know. It's like it's like at a conference meeting, and that's like literally the bullshit coming out of his mouth. It's like, why did he mention Bruce Springsteen? I don't know. What is he saying? And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's kind of what you're doing right now.
That is kind of what I'm doing, yeah.
You're doing it very well.
We say that because the Funcom kind of posted out something when they announced that they were going to be part of the Guerrilla Collective, but it wasn't fully announced, that they kind of had it in a start transmission, end transmission, kind of Gaia-esque sort of way.
You're doing it again.
I am.
Dancing around that.
Kind of, maybe, sort of, but not really. But
it's sort of like, I would really like it. I really think they could. They might, but simultaneously, I wouldn't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. But basically, pay attention June 6th through the 8th, because we are definitely going to be paying attention then to this Guerrilla Collective that Funcom is a part of, and they are potentially announcing something. I think you're more apt. I think it's going to be more something Dune related, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see. I mean, I don't know if they've had anything like showable demo wise, but I would expect like some kind of more tangible information, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. We haven't really seen a Dune press release or anything, right?
I haven't seen.
Well,
we know they're doing.
That could also possibly just be because of the whole Tencent acquisition. I mean, Tencent really wanted was Dune.
Right. Because without them backing it, they don't even know what type of game they're making necessarily, right?
Right.
They wanted the budget. So now that they have the budget, what are we doing with the budget, right? Like you sort of have to hold your design process so you figure out if you really have the funding to do what you want to do. So they got the funding now.
And they pretty much have said that it's going to be a sort of like Conan Exiles, that it's going to be a survival-based open world game as a service.
Did they say survival? I knew it was like open world, whatever.
They did say survival, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a little odd. They have experience with this type of game.
I mean, that's true. They know what they're doing with it. That's for sure. As far as that part of it.
Yeah, and they learned a lot from Conan Exiles itself, so they would have a better base to start from, I guess.
But it also seems weird to compete against yourself, though.
It really does, yeah. That's why I even took that news that it was going to be a survival open world. It's kind of like, really? Like, you already have one of those. Wouldn't you want to diversify a little bit?
We got a couple games like that already. We got like Ark, we got Rust, we got 7 Days to Die or whatever it's called.
Maybe it'll be like more like RP heavy or something.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I know they originally started out by saying, "Oh, we're making a Dune MMO," and that was like,
right?
Really? And then they're like, "Well, maybe not an MMO. Maybe a shared world action RPG." And it's like, okay. And then maybe not. Maybe a open world survival is what it's gonna be now. It's like,
but I wonder if they'll keep like RPG elements. I guess is what I'm saying, because I mean, Conan has a little bit of stuff in it, like a little bit. It's interesting when you find bits, and it's really well written, but it's also like super small.
Right, like
Right.
I'd be hoping the same thing. It would be open world, maybe survival, but be a lot more story heavy. Like that would make me happy. That would make me happy. I would like to play something like that.
Right.
But I'm a story fanatic, so. So they're gonna be at this Guerrilla Collective. Other than that, Conan Exiles is still on sale until May 25th at 50% off, as well as the DLC at 25 to 33% off,
Nice.
which is always good. Mountain Dew flavored Doritos exist.
Someone send me a bag of those, please.
That's right. Someone send Jimmy. More importantly than me or Ember, although I would love to taste it as well. But yes, send it to Jimmy.
I will eat them on the stream at some point.
They've been said that they taste like lemon lime detergent.
Wow,
Really?
that
You know
tastes
what's
yummy.
funny? I can kind of see that
Yeah, right.
because the fizz part is gonna taste like detergent.
Hmm.
I can see that. If you try and
That's
capture the fizz part, there's no way that doesn't taste like detergent.
Oh, it says, according to an Instagram account, someone who tried the chips said they taste like citrus lime detergent. So it's a little harsh, but that could be extremely accurate for all we
Who
know.
eats detergent?
Dark Arts, who eats detergent? I've had more than once a 24-pack of Mountain Dew, more than one time over the years, that apparently was the first batch through the machines after they cleaned it.
Ooh.
And so, like, the whole goddamn batch tastes soapy,
Yeah.
which sucks. Like, I'm not gonna throw them away. I drink them. It's just awful. Like,
Right, they're still drinkable, I guess.
yeah, I mean, not really, but
Not
I drink
really,
'em
but you know.
Yeah. Ew, yeah.
So the point is, I know what soapy Mountain Dew tastes like. That's the point.
You actually know what Mountain Dew detergent tastes like.
Yes.
That's phenomenal. Who eats detergent? Well, you know, Tide Pods. They're a thing, right?
That's what the kids are doing.
All the kids.
I love that trick. So you know, behind the church in Kingsmith,
Yeah,
there's
the graveyard.
there's a graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a champion in the little fenced-in area,
Yes.
right? And there's the mission where you draw the symbols, and it kills all the zombies in the graveyard.
Yes.
You can oh, that legend went away. You can lure him out before you activate the last sigil, and then as he's chasing you, you activate the last sigil, and it kills the champion too.
Nice. Okay.
Anything doesn't kill him normally because he's in his little area, but if you lure him out of there, you can get the game to kill him for you, which is pretty funny.
When I started playing Secret World, there was a Mayan event going on because 2012 Mayan prophecy, end of the world, yeah, blah blah blah. There was a Mayan event going on, and the Mayan event was basically to kill as many Mayan soldiers as you can.
Sure.
And the wards that are at Innsmouth Academy, people were just like spawning the Mayan soldiers and then just standing near those wards, and it was just killing every single one. And it was obviously not intended. It was obviously not intended to be that easy. People were obviously cheating about it, but instead of just, you know, banning players for cheating or for banning players for whatever, they just instead decided to give everybody who even killed one the top prize. And the top prize was it was like you got a weapon and you got the Acab pet. At the time was very rare.
Right.
Not until they gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
They gave it to everybody, and so the Acab hatchling was supposed to be like this super rare pet to have. But that's why I like busting it out as one of my favorite pets, because
Mhm.
I like just barely started playing. I killed maybe a couple of Mayans, and they were like, "Have this a cab hatchling pet?" And I was like, "Yes, please."
Do you remember the Akab like open world boss?
Yes.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it would summon Mayan people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I remember because I was still very low level going through Savage Coast, and it would walk down the street and just one shot me.
No, it wasn't in Savage Coast.
It was in Savage Coast, yes.
No, they didn't put it in Savage Coast.
It totally was, because I remember it.
When was that? Did they move it later?
Maybe.
Because I'm sure it wasn't in Savage Coast.
But it was part of that. It was part of that Mayan event.
No. Okay. So this is not the Mayan event, because you might be right about that. I mean, it's the Guardians of Gaia. I think each zone had a different.
Oh yes.
World boss. So one of them was the giant Akab, and it would summon Mayan people.
Oh, okay.
I
No, that
think
was a different one. That was a different event. Right.
Probably
Okay.
Forest, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Oh yeah, that was part of Guardians of Gaia. That was a totally different event. Yeah.
But it was the Mayan Akab. Like it had the sort of markings on it.
Yes.
And it would summon the Mayan dudes, or Mayan dudes, whatever you say it. I I think I was streaming. There was one time I soloed one of those guys for like 45 minutes.
Okay.
They kept summoning Mayans, and like I was like assault rifle leech. I think I stayed alive somehow. But
I still remember that one. As far as the Guardians of Gaia.
Each zone had like a big boss in it you had to find roaming around.
Yes, and then you had to basically, well, yeah, you had to beat it.
Right.
But that was when also it was like bring 10,000 of your friends over and turn the game into a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Because you have like 100 people in the zone.
Didn't matter how good your didn't matter how good your internet connection was,
or computer,
or your computer was. It turned it into a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it was just a slideshow. I remember tanking one of those things at like 2 FPS for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then at some point it became 1 FPS. And then I think I DC'd or crashed or something.
It was just because the engine couldn't handle it, but it was still something really fun to do. So they still threw it in there, but the engine really couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's why we have mega boss zones in Legends.
Yeah. And also significantly smaller inventories.
Yes. Oh yeah. Among things.
And instance areas.
What was that?
And instanced areas.
Oh yeah. Because having it in the open world, when you loaded in, it wasn't just like when you loaded another character that walked near you. You're not just loading just the character. You're also loading what's entirely in their inventory. You're loading what's entirely in their bank. You're loading what's entirely in their, like everything that they've unlocked. It's not exactly an efficient engine on that capacity.
No.
So when you got like 40 people together in a zone that was already complex to load, like Shadowy Forest or something.
Well, big bad one was Blue Mountain because of the water. Remember the water?
Blue Mountain, right?
Like that's like you look up on the water and your frames go from like 60 to like 5, like as you pan your view across the water.
It would just drop anyway.
Still does, by the way, if you go back in there. It hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed. But also simultaneously, I don't think that they really fixed that for Secret World Legends either. But they instead really curtailed how much we have to have in our inventories.
No, they actually did. They fixed the fog and the water they fixed.
Oh, they
The
fixed
fog
that?
is actually different.
Oh, the fog, yeah.
The fog is different. The filth is different. The filth is different visually, even.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't notice it anymore, but I noticed it in the beginning when we were first playing. I was like, "What the hell?"
But I mean, like the inventory thing. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Yeah, that they didn't fix.
They did some fixes on that even back in TSW though.
Right. They tried fixing stuff that they and so when they made Secret World Legends, they just kind of went, okay, well, what can we do about this for Secret World Legends? They were like, how about let's not put as much crap in people's inventories?
Yeah, yeah, it's just better for everyone's performance.
Yeah. But that was fun. Those were fun events. So yes, Mountain Dew flavored Doritos. that's where we left off on that. And also, Happy World Bee Day, which was yesterday. We are bees here in Secret World Legends. We buzz. It's what we do. Happy World Bee Day. Yeah. That's what I got. So
that's all we got.
So, all right, agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 20-IGN. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. You can get in touch with us by engaging with us on Twitter at 0 Point Report, emailing us at the 0pointreport@gmail.com, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. You can also catch us. I'm going to add this as new. You can also catch us streaming whenever we can. I stream, Jimmy streams, Ember streams. You can also catch us streaming. We all stream. I play random games. I play very random games. Ember's been streaming a lot more recently. I've seen him streaming more. I've seen Jimmy streaming less, but you've changed your time. You're more in the morning now.
Yeah, I stream actually more hours. Yeah, I stream like 6 or 7 a.m. to like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
East Coast time. But it's really good for the EU base that likes to watch my stream.
Yeah, and like, there's a huge Secret World presence in Europe anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a large following there. So, but I do stream Friday nights, but I'm streaming Overwatch then.
Drinking Overwatch. So from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the Secret World. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.